Welcome back. This is Full Circle with Mikali, Friday edition, Gospel edition, alongside the one, the only DJ, Sir D.
Yes, sir.
Because umeona promo yetu venye nakafiti.
Inaweza.
So yeah, just be tuned in to Switch TV the whole day. You'll be seeing our promo. We'll be posting it on social media as well.
Okay, rada.
Bomb. I love it. And your feedback. Remember, tunachukua requests zenyu because Sadiq is here for you. Kuna mtu anasema, "Hey, Shmikali, si unaka fiti mama, leo you've killed it. Tuned in for the show. Thank you so much. Mwikali, your headgear is a bomb." Okay, Asante Idel, my makeup artist, did the thing. I love it. Asante sana Idel. Good morning, Mwikali Mrembo wa K-Town. Wa aki huyo mse kamimi. Angeambia kuhusu loan, ningeamini cause niko na maloan mob.
Angejishuku.
Angekubali kile Carlos and I'm sure. Good morning, Mikali. Ambia Carlos akuje Mombasa. Carlos, please enda Mombasa. Ajacha Gina. Hello, Mikali. I'm locked in Kitui Town. I'm requesting a song done by Winnie Henry called Kimbilio. Ambia Sadiq. Hizo ndevu. Akacha full stop. Pastor Junior hapa ni pastor, so tuko tu sawa.
Sasa hapo sijui kama anasema zinaweza ama zimechoma. Wacha tuachie tu hapo kwa full stop.
Do you have any feedback on Facebook?
Lots of feedback on Facebook. Betty Nimo unasema locked kama kawa, show inanibariki, asante sana. Elliot Duncan unasema Fridays the best day of the week, locked as usual, asante sana. Robert Miheso unasema uko locked in kama kawa, thank you very much. Badal Mosud unasema you're really amazing, I like this soul. Mary Mwikali, umesikia? Ati you are a sweet soul.
Yes.
Wanakujua kweli?
Guy. Wo ima hata uogopi Mungu kidogo.
Anasema I should buy her a traditional dress. Akaika in brackets hando.
Ala.
Ushaisikia dress inaitwa?
Mimi nakumbuka tu hando from high school. Mahando ile ya Nigeria, Ugandan.
I think ni hiyo anamaanisha. Anasema for Valentine's then I take her a glass boat ride. Unaona vile watu ni wa romantic huku nje. Wacha niachie hiyo.
Take me.
Wacha niachie hiyo hapo.
Acha.
John Kinyozi unasema good morning. Juja Masto present as well. Kevin Marsh, you're watching from Kinangop. Nikki Conteras, you're watching from Meru County. And lastly, Victor Mar Siaya, you're watching the show from Alego, Siaya County. Keep your feedback coming.
All right, and pia mtuambie my requests because you have lined up a few songs for us na requests zile metuma, so we'll be doing that right about now.
All right.
Tuenekas.
Genius Records.
This is the Mix Genius DJ Sadiq.
Baba unaweza mambo yote. Sitaogopa chochote. Utanitendea, Baba unaweza mambo yote. Ninakungoja Yesu, njoo unionekanie. yote kweli na amina nimemwona. Akisema ndio hakuna wa kumpinga, akikubariki hakuna wa kunyang'anya, akikuahidi wakati yatimiza, anavyokuita ndivyo ulivyo. Huyu Yesu, huyu Yesu si hadithi, mwambie, mwambie. Huyu Yesu, huyu Yesu si hadithi, mwambie. Umetangaziwa nini? Umetabiriwa nini maishani mwako? Mwambie. Unaumizwa na nini? Je, una hofu gani maishani mwako? Mwambie. Akisema ndio, hakuna wa kumpinga, akikubariki hakuna wa kunyang'anya, akikuahidi kwa wakati atimiza, anavyokuita ndivyo ulivyo. Huyu Yesu, huyu Yesu, huyu Yesu,
Usije ulifanya umekuwa ila huduma mwanzo imekuwa ni changa sana. Maneno usemwa bila kujali moyo wako. Uwe na uwezo wa kustamili mwenzangu, una maneno kidogo yakisha semwa unarudi nyuma. Ukifanya vizuri watakwambia umemwacha Mungu, wakikukwaza ukawaeleza watasema una kiburi cha uzima. Nilipokuwa mtoto ninena sawa kama mtoto, no nimeshakuwa ninajua nini nafanya. Nilimwamini rafiki kanisani akamwasi Mungu, na mimi sikuzoea. Nilidhania kumuamini mtu kuna faida, zamani ningepotea, ila nimejua kumbe ni au unaoteka na kuimba na maneno yao yatakupotosha. Simama na Mungu, kumbe ni au unaoteka na kuimba na maneno yao yatakupotosha. Hawaishi kuambiana. Ukisema usali, wanadamu wakuone shauri zako. Ukisema uombe, marafiki wakusifie utafeliwe. Mengi na vingi ni fitina za wanadamu, vingi vitimwi umeandaliwa wewe. Hivyo usikate tamaa, usilale usivunjike moyo. Maneno mengine yatasemwa mpaka utashangaa. Unaowajua ndio wale wanakusengenya. Nikwambie hakuna mwanadamu mtimilifu. Ona ujue unayemtumikia leo, ila mimi na nyumba yangu tutamwimbia Bwana. Mimi familia yangu tutamwinua Mungu. Oh, mimi na familia yangu tutamwinua Bwana.
Nothing with my eyes never see, but now God over everything. So many things where life don't teach
British Republic DJs, nuclear awesomeness.
Alright, Father God, you know you are the realest thing. So me have to come in at the dancehall thing. This one everybody have to sing a ling a ling. Alright then, come in. Ijaze, roho wako ndani yangu watawale. Nisambaze, neno lako karimisho wa dunia. Nifungulie milango, nikumbuke niweke kwa mipango. Niondolee mitego, rain on me. Ninajua unanipenda, umenichora kwa viganja. Nami wako nitaganda, spirit rain on me. Ninyeshe, Bwana ninyeshe, ninyeshe, spirit rain on me. Ninyeshe, Bwana ninyeshe, ninyeshe, spirit rain on me. Asubuhi jua likiangaza niongeze. 1 times 1 kama tembe, Baba nipe. I find my power in you.
Let's get it.
I find my life in you.
Yo, after the rain comes the rainbow. Miguu iko steady, got the pace of a reindeer. No cap, neno lako lanionyesha the way. Mwanga wako waniongoza every night and kila day. They say, girl, huwezi make it them naysayers. They gone and off the record, but check it. No longer talk fear, I talk faith. And if my God is for me, then it no matter what they say. Hey.
Safishe, Baba unijaze. Nitakase, matunda nizae. Ninajua unanipenda, umenichora kwa viganja. Nami wako nitaganda, spirit rain on me. Ninyeshe, Bwana ninyeshe.
General panic, yes. Yeah, you are highly exalted up above everything, nothing compared to you. Yeah, your mercies are new every morning, and on your loving is true. Yeah, you are highly exalted up above every rule of your kingdom come. Yeah, in a heaven and earth, we bow down before you, Lord, King over all. Yeah, Jehovah Nissi, there's no one above. Jehovah Rapha, we bow down before you. You are my God, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my Redeemer, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my God, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my refuge, Yahweh. You're my God. You're the rock of all ages, open up the new pages. I'ma show what your blessing now. Yeah. You're the king, so it means you're man a royalty possess any place when they mistake me though. Yeah. Never disappoint I, you never there by my side. Still on the road, you're the rough, you know. Bless your loving and your red forever and ever in every race, you know. Yeah. Jehovah Nissi, there's no one above you. Jehovah Rapha, we bow down before you. You are my God, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my Redeemer, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my God, Yahweh. You're my God. You are my refuge, Yahweh. You're my God. Yeah, you are highly exalted up above everything, nothing compared to you. Yeah, your mercies are new every morning, and on your loving is true. Yeah, you are highly exalted up above every rule of your kingdom come. Yeah, in a heaven and earth, we bow down before you, Lord, King over.
Welcome back to Full Circle with Mukali, guys. It's Friday. That means we get down. I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing time. Keep sending your requests mara moja moja. Tunatupa hivi ndani because the one, the only DJ Sadiq is in the building.
Kama kawa.
Kama kawa.
Kama dawa.
Kama dawa. Kama kuna kwanga na kama ingine kwa sababu ni kama zinaishianga hapo. Kuna mtu anasema hey guys, loving everything. We call you look awesome as always. DJ Sadiq, ulibai hiyo t-shirt ya Joker wapi?
Manze ni ya kikoshi.
Hii ni ya Gikosh. Hii ni ya inaitangwa wadhi.
Wadhi. Mapema.
I need to gift someone please. Umeambiwa ni wapi utaiget. Enda uget ugift to MC.
Ndaona vile ndamsort.
Utaona vile tamsort. Faith, play for me Nakubaliana by Gloria Muliro. That name is usually a tongue twister. Hi guys, good morning. This is Pamela. Please naomba mnichezee so moja ya Febroni Mkandi nimeandaliwa. Song moja ya Febron Mkandi nimeandaliwa. Please have a nice day. Hey Full Circle, please play for me Tender by Deborah Lukalu Nidoti from Embu. We love you too. Asante sana. So keep doing that. 111 444 111. Let us know where you're watching us from. On social media, Switch TV KE. On Instagram, Switch TV Kenya. On Facebook. But right about now, I told you we have power artists in the building today. And this one, just by the introduction, yani jina yake peke yake. First of all, I need him to break it down. But before all of that, it's JMB Gospel Son. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Ningeongeza multi-talented artist, singer, songwriter. Okay, sawa, nimewacha. Nimewacha kuchocha. Welcome to the show.
Asante sana. Asante sana.
JMB.
Oh, yes.
Umesema JMB nikasema CMB alafu nikasema
Mimi nikasema tu amen juu ina associate na do na nini na nini.
Yes. JMB inamaanisha nini?
JMB ni initials za my names.
Okay.
Kila mahali nikienda mimi ulizwa JMB inamaanisha nini?
Inamaanisha
JMB.
nini?
My first name is James.
Okay.
My Christian name. My second name I don't know what my.
Mimi ndajaribu.
Hebu jaribu kwanza.
Si uniambie mimi unajua mwikali ni rahisi kusema.
Okay, I get. M is not even Kenyan. M ni South American uko, you know. Maradona.
Maradona. Ndio nilikuwa nimepanga kama ni ngumu sana na Rushia Sadika iseme lakini umemsave.
Maybe to try ya mwisho B kwa sababu ni ya Kiluya so anaweza kuwa na idea. Yeah. B ni Busolo.
Busolo. Niko tu sawa. Kuna Busolo, I think I know there's an artist called Busolo as well. I think kuna artist name. Ni presenter.
Seth Busolo.
See. Niko kwa hiyo WhatsApp. Yes. And then you can JMB Gospel Son.
Yes.
It's because you do gospel music and you're son of God.
Eish.
Check it. Interview me die. We have covered everything. We are done. JMB, you've worked with many artists in the scene. Any wengi, and not just any artist, like powerful, you know, celebrated artists in this country. How did that come about? And when did your journey begin? So that ukafika ukakuwa naweza fanya na huyu na unakubalika pia.
It's a testimony. Wacha kwanza niseme Jesus is Lord.
Amen.
Nime experience grace ya Mungu sana over time. I started back in around 2009. That's when I did my first song. Inaitwa Show Me. It got some airplay, especially in Hope FM. Nikianza, I started with a producer naitwa Dominic Kayemba. Back in the days, Akina Sadiq, I think they were just about to start their ilikuwa inaitwa aje?
System Unity.
Exactly. So walikuwa wanafanya ma high school mission sana that time back in the day. So that's when I began, and then I did songs after songs pole pole up to around 2015 when I released another big song ilikuwa inaitwa Upendo Wako. It's a lunje song done in Lingala style.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was really amazing. So in between hapo nilikuwa najifunza many things. And by the grace of God nilikuwa connected to some people. There's a lady called Rachel, and he introduced to a number of producers and a number of DJs. And then there's another lady anaitwa Violet Wanjala. She's my cousin. Ye pia introduced to a number of these artists, kina Evelyn Wanjiru and Rafton. And then some of these artists tukikutana tu by the grace of God tulikuwa tuna connect tu yani.
Yeah.
We just talk and inaenda tu as in tunakuwa tu mabeste like that. So through that relationships zikaanza kugrow sana. So nilikuwa najilimit nasema before hata nianze kuapproach nasema mazee nataka kufanya collab na wewe na nini. Wacha kwanza mimi pia nijijenge to the point exactly
bring to the table.
So that it doesn't look like mazee una hang tu kwa exactly. So with time, the relationships helped me. One of the things then these relationships helped me to know is how to write songs. It's a very tricky science. Wacha niseme tu hivyo. People think unamka tu asubuhi unaandika.
I've always wondered, to be honest, I've always wondered how people come up with such amazing songs. And nasi mara moja ni hii umeitoa, and then tunuko na ingine powerful next time, na ingine. So it's a very skill,
it's a very
important skill.
It's skill
Yes.
na relationship yako na God.
Na God, yeah.
Because once una connect na yeye, then you create your space. Anakuambia, now this is who you are.
Okay.
So that's what they really brought on board on my side. So over time, I learned to now start searching God and getting that unique voice and that unique message.
Yeah.
And to be honest, my biggest testimony zilianza last year. Last year nimeona so much openings ikikuja paka mimi mwenyewe nashindwa, is it me? As in najichuna, najiuliza,
Ni mimi.
Yeah, cause before that nilikuwa nataka ku give up sana, but last year ndio nimeona milango zikifunguka sana. I think my biggest testimony was one of my songs inaitwa My Father.
Yeah.
Ilishinda award as video of the year.
Wow.
And it was talking about a very tough time that Kenyans have been going through.
Yes.
In Isaiah 43. So your message ili connect na season, and for me that was like ile part niliambia God asante.
Asante. Getting a reward for the things that you have been doing over the years.
Yes.
People recognizing that.
Yeah.
Yes, umekuwa ukifanyia God kazi. Yes, umekuwa ukimsikiza. But even man seeing and recognizing and appreciating that, it takes you on another level, which is beautiful. But you're not just a singer. You also play some instruments. Multi-talented. Niliwaambia wase, niliwapatia warning.
Yeah, so by the grace of God, I do quite a number of things, to be honest.
Okay.
Music is my passion.
Yes.
But then there is what brings food to the table. It's technology. I'm really into digital, platforms and softwares and all that. So I do that, and apart from that, I have a passion to play instruments. Mi napenda sana kucheza keyboard. I love it. My biggest challenge though, yenye nataka ku grow, I want to learn how to play the guitar. The guitar, because I believe it has some really unique sounds. And in life kuna zile moments, yani ujuangi ufanye nini, maybe you're discouraged, you just want to play something that will just encourage you and cool you down. So that for me is my next.
That is the next project. 2021. Tutakuuliza kwa sababu tutapatana hapa.
Oh yes,
tutapatana hapa tena. So tell us about the Love World Music and Arts record label and how that came about. Inakani kama miracle left, right, center.
One thing I've learned, Mikali, is which God taught me. He taught me when you want to grow, sow your seeds towards where you're going. Like invest towards where you're going. If you see people like watu kama Joe Praise, Iben, Nini, Eda, and all and the likes, if those are the people that you consider role models, anza kuwafuata, anza kuwasikiza, anza kutia bidii in. You see what they're doing, you also start doing it. For me, that's how I learned to start following these people, and slowly by slowly, nimeanza ku connect now.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's the advice neza patia any musician. That is the advice neza patia anybody who has any skill or any talent and they have a role model. Okay. Usikuwe distracted na hapana. Follow the steps. Hata Bible inasema we should always follow those who've gone before us.
Yeah.
And then the other thing neza sema that has been a big teacher for me is Jesus said, if you want to be the greatest, be a servant.
Okay.
Be a servant, and be a servant to those who are great. Don't try to be like them.
No.
Be a servant to them. Inafungua
milango.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. Sadiq,
Yes.
tuko na mziki, tuko tayari.
Tuko na mziki.
Tunataka ni gani tume line up hapo ndio?
Nitaanza na Good to Me.
Good to Me.
Yeah.
Sawa sawa, uko ready?
Yes.
Microphone yako ile pale.
Asante. Oh yeah. This is a Nigerian tune. Wazi. Twende. Papa God, I love you. You're good to me. Papa God, I praise you. You're good to me. Papa God, I honor you. You're good to me. You're good to me. Oh, you're good to me. Papa God, I love you. You're good to me. Papa God, I praise you. You're good to me. Papa God, I honor you. You're good to me. You're good to me. Oh, you're good to me.
I testify
To my brothers,
I testify
to my sisters,
I testify
to my pastor, God has been good to me.
Oh yes, I testify
To my brothers,
I testify
to my sisters,
I testify
to my pastor, God has been good to me. Papa God, I love you, you're good to me. Papa God, I praise you, you're good to me. Papa God, I honor you, you're good to me. You're good to me, oh, you're good to me. Papa God, I love you, you're good to me. Papa God, I praise you, you're good to me. Papa God, I honor you, you're good to me. You're good to me, oh, you're good to me. Everything around me, now wow, you keep turning my life around. So I turn to my left, I turn to my right, I lift up my hands, shouting hallelujah. Everything around me, now wow, you keep turning my life around. So I turn to my left, I turn to my right, I lift up my hands, shouting hallelujah. Oh Papa, you've been good to me every night and day, and so I praise your name. Hallelujah. If things have been difficult for you, I just want to encourage you with this song called My Father from Isaiah 43. When you pass through the valleys, you pass through the
When I
fire,
pass through the fire won't burn me. When I pass through the waters won't sweep me. When I go down the valley, you are with me. When I go up the mountain, you strengthen me. When I pass through the fire won't burn me. When I pass through the waters won't sweep me. When I go down the valley, you are with me. When I go up the mountain, you strengthen me. You are my God. You are my Father. You are my God. You are with me. You are my God. You are my Father. You are my God. You are with me. Be still and know
gospel and kuna love yako mingi sana on Facebook. Rose Kenya saying that is a lovely song. Hot breakfast, that's Flynn Ruto. Mwingine anasema good morning Mikali, looking elegant, Kamukunji well represented. Na kuna mmoja hapa anasema JMB, you are a man of God. That is Margaret Wairimo. JMB, you're a man of God, a man of inspiration. God bless your work. Mikali looking great. I'm watching the show all the way from Kasarani. Watching from Bungoma is Kisaka K. Sharon.
Hey.
Mapenzi kibao huko. Social media handles where people can get your music, and even the plan that you have. You know, it's a new year.
Yes.
And my fans pia wanataka kusikia JMB mwapangia nini.
Yes, social media, my Facebook page inaitwa JMB. Sorry, my profile is JMB. My page ni Gospel Sun Kenya.
Okay.
On Instagram, JMB Gospel Sun.
Okay.
On YouTube, please go and subscribe right now. There's a new tune there. It's called Nikujue. It's a big reggae tune. The channel is called JMB Gospel Sun. For this year, I think I'm just going to release more and more as God, you know, deposits in my heart.
Okay. And we wish you all the best, JMB.
Thank you.
We do. We wish you all the best.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing you.
Oh, yes, I will.
Please send in your requests, the love, and everything else. We're receiving it. It's Friday. Why not? 111 444 111 for just a shilling. Switch TV KE on Instagram. Switch TV Kenya on Facebook. DJ Sadiq on Instagram. Sindio hivyo?
Kabisa.
And Mikali Mary on Instagram as well. We're taking a very short commercial break. Full circle with Mikali. We'll be right back.
penzi lako Maulana, wakati ule mbali na ukawa wako nilijitenga, ila ukawa mwenye subira, msela ukaningojea tena, pendo lako kwangu kushusha kima ulizidisha, sina budi nikubali wendo wangu wa maisha, moyo muzingua Mola wewe amari amari Yesu amari 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 Yesu amari amari kwagala nyo tata kwagala nyo tata kwagala nyo Mungu katika sifa za watu wote, Mungu katika sifa za watu na vinanda sifa zivume chezeni na vinanda sifa zivume tusipo msifu mawe hata msifu tusipo mwinua mawe hata mwinua amari amari Yesu amari 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 Yesu amari amari me go and speak to the Father, right humiliation. Father, Father, your love is amazing. 24/7 me I say, kwagalang, 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 yo tata, kwagalang, yo tata. Amari, amari, Yesu, amari, 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 Yesu, amari, amari, kwagalang, yo tata, kwagalang, yo, kwagalang. Amari, amari, Yesu, amari, amari.
Nilijaribu kuangalia mikono, miguu, no coordination.
Coordination
Okay,
out.
Aya, sawa.
Like 1 then 2.
1
Unatoka shetani.
1 2. Hata nimeenda. Kuondoka ndio nimeondoka. Hiyo ingine ya before kuondoka.
Ndio shida.
Mngeita Sadik tuone kama anajua.
Sadik, unajua Sadik alikuwa
anaweza. Si mimi sijui kama anaweza. Mnaona kama anaweza.
Nilikuwa dancer kabla
Si basi si show. Kuja tuone. Hivyo ndio umekataa.
After this.
Endeni pale Switch TV mtaona dance ya Sadik.
Nilijaribu by the way.
Ulijaribu sana. Umeona inakaa poa. Karibuni sana.
Asante sana.
Introduce yourself. Najua kuna mmoja hayupo hapa leo lakini wale wapo.
ule mwenye yuko anaitwa Ekasi Music ama Emmanuel, ile jina ya ID. Mi jina yangu ni Hypola. You can call me The Experience, you can call me Moja Safi, ukipenda sana Genius Entertainment Official Hype Man.
Wewe. Okay.
Najigamba.
Nitafutia matitle.
Naitwa JMBB.
Hivyo tu. Hakuna Moja Safi.
Ni hiyo tu.
Karibuni sana.
Asante sana, tunashukuru sana.
Hiyo ni Kiuganda. Nimeimba
hapo tumetumia lugha 3. Actually 4.
Okay, kuna Kizungu.
Tuna Kizungu, patwa kiasi pale.
Patwa. Hiyo ni tumeenda Jamaica.
Alafu tukatumia Kiswahili hapo pale. Alafu tukatumia Japadhola. Hiyo ni lugha badi kwa huko Uganda na tukatumia Kiganda. So lugha mbili pale Uganda, Kiganda na Kijapadhola.
Okay.
Yeah. Pale ni nyumbani, so lazima ningeleta
a feel of nyumbani to.
So mabrother wangu hapa ni wa huku, alafu mimi ni wa hiyo pande nyingine.
So unaleta and then unaleta yao.
Unaleta exactly.
Wewe ndio unaleta hiyo kipatwa. So nywele hivi. Naangalia.
Hapana, unajua huyu ametoka pale Eastern, alafu mtu wa Eastern anapatwa kidogo.
Cheki. Abaike hakuna shida. Kuna shida. Sisi watu wa Eastern tunaweza fanya all things to
patwa kidogo.
Si yeye.
Asema wangwan.
Unajua kusema hivyo ni kama acheki ananiingililia.
Direct.
Unasikia? Yes.
2 against 1.
Sadik ananisaidia.
Atakusaidia. But mko na history. Sadik unajuaje hawa say?
Wow, niliwajua kitambo sana. So many years back. Niliwameet wakiwa dancers.
No one. That explains a lot of things.
Yes.
Thanks.
Niliwameet wakiwa dancers. So ndio hiyo time Jemo akaniambia kona passion ya kuimba. Ola kwa ameanza kudu music hiyo time, but yeye aliniambia anataka sana kuwa hype man.
Okay.
So I've worked with them, nikaanza kwenda na Ola kwa gigs zangu. So you know how a DJ then the hype man does his thing. So that's how we started with Ola.
Okay.
But at that time walikuwa still kwa dance crew. So ndo akaanza sasa kudu music polepole. Ola akaanza kudu music pia. So sasa inaweza sema wanafanya tu kila kitu. Wana juggle zote.
Which is amazing. So mziki mnafanya mkiwa watoto ama independently you're also doing your own music?
Kitu anaogopa kusema bado sema tu.
Yeye mdosi. Anacheza chini, anaogopa kucheza chini.
Anaenda hivi sana. Lakini music tulianza when tulisema si ni marafiki sana more than anything else. So akona project zake, niko na project zangu. Alafu Ikasi pia akona zake pale Genius Records. So kitu tuna thank God sana tuko na studio na tuko na mtu mwenye aliamua anaweza tushika mkono na aliona kitu kwetu hata before sisi tuone. So hata kiwapa naweza sema big shout out sana kwa DJ Sadik. Manze si inakuanga hard sana upate msanii anaweza shoot music video. Akona place anaweza record audio anytime. Yani ananiambia ngatuwe kama mko ready, studio ndio hiyo mko nayo hapo. Kama ni time ya video niachieni mimi nitashughulikia, but yani naweza sema iko sawa. So projects ziko kadhaa kutoka pale Genius Records. Niko nayo, ako nayo, Kasi yako nayo na pia kuna zingine tumefanya pamoja kadhaa sana.
Okay. Jemo, wakuito uko sawa?
Uko sawa kabisa.
Niko Sadik niko tu
Jemo, what is like kutoka uanze hii journey ya muziki, highlight yako ama highlights zako zenye unaweza kumbuka from the top of your head ni gani?
Positive ama negative?
Tuanze tu na positive alafu. Ama tuanze na negative alafu tukienda positive.
Negative. Jani jakuwa poa. Kuna time tulikuwa tunang'ang'ana sana kabla tupane na Sadiki.
Okay.
Kuna time tunaenda shows, mmeitwa maybe na msee. Mnaenda mpiga show. Lakini kabla umaze show yashaenda, mmewaacha.
Nani alipa?
Mnatembea.
Anawaacha tu hapo na mmeperform?
Siwezi taja majina lakini
I hope ana watch.
Unajua pia vitu kama hizo zinakuanga poa sana juu zinakubuild up juu mbele kwa aje at least unakuwa na hiyo
tough skin
so
you can take it on na basi positive kwa sababu sasa tumeshajua downside kuna mse alikurusha mado after umejitoa yako yote kwenda kuperform.
Positive naweza sema ni kupata na mtu kama Sadiki. Ametushika mkono sana. Hatungekuwa mahali tuko hapa kama si
That's true.
Ameokuna sisi for a long time.
A long time ni miaka kaa ngapi hivi? Kwa sababu
more than 5.
Okay, you're long time.
More than 5.
Namtanga papa.
Uni mzae. Uni mzae.
Unajua kuna wasanii wengi wamekaa hapa hata kama si wa Genius wenye wanakuanga tu like Sadiki unakumbuka hii time. So I think siku moja tu Sadika tuambie miaka yake vizuri.
Sadiki si mzae sana.
Amekuwa kwa game.
Nikikutajia wasanii ameshikilia mkono. Hata si wengine uweze expect. Lakini haipelekani na miaka yake.
Haipelekani so pengine alipatiwa favor kibali mapema kuliko wengine ndio wasaidie.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Tuko na wimbo mwingine ya performance.
Wako na brand new song inaitwa Biggie.
Biggie.
Tuambie kidogo about it.
Alright, Biggie tulikuwa tumekaa tu kwa nyumba, kwa nyumba imeproducewa na Muya on the beat. Executive producer ni DJ Sadik. Yaani anakuanga na masikio ya muziki sana.
Nice.
Hii idea imeweza. Andikeni juu ya hii, fanyeni juu ya hii. So tulikuwa tumekaa tu kwa hao. Tukajiuliza Mungu ametufanyia nini? Mungu amekufanyia nini? Kasa katuambia mimi manze kitambo nilikuwa mtu mashisha, nilikuwa mtu mangwai, majaba hapa pale. But Mungu alinitoa hapo. So nataka tu kuongea, nataka confess dunia mzima wasikie place Mungu amenitoa. Then mimi Jema akasema
utupatie hiyo mic yako ni kwanza kama nipatie tu hiyo.
All right. So tulikuwa tunaongelea tu how God is big, ametufanyia nini mazuri. Jema akasema wewe acha aongeleshe madem. Juu ilikuwa season COVID imehappen. Shule zimefungwa au madem wako shule. Kuna wako home na kuna hizi cases za early pregnancies na all that zinaendelea. So Jema akasema wacha niongelesha kina Nyambu. Tuwe kwenu wapole. So after muongelesha kina Nyambu, nikwambia Jemo, mimi nataka mniongelesha kina Brayo. Wasidanganya kina Nyambu, wanawapeleka mjini hapa wanaonesha 1 2 3. So tulikuwa naongea tu how big God is na uzuri tu ya God kwa life yetu
na kuisikia inakaa kama ni noma sana.
Kwa sawa.
Tuone kazi.
Ni nani? Moja safi, Hypola the experience, Ekasi music, Jema Bona fight. Biggie for the Lord, ameniweka juu kama uti Zion. Biggie for the Lord, amenichokodu. Pula! Experience, Ekasi music, Jema Bona fight. Biggie for the Lord, amenichokodu. Now you know, Biggie for the Lord, Biggie for the Lord, Biggie for the Lord, Biggie for the Lord.
Sasa pale base na chachisha, bila amenitoa kwa mashisha, jina yake mitawakilisha, mayengs na maboys lazima watashika. Sasa pale base na chachisha, bila amenitoa kwa mashisha, jina yake mitawakilisha, mayengs na maboys lazima watashika.
Huku kwa Yesu
Yesu kumeshika brubang, na maluku safi tumepiga brubang. Roho Mtakatifu ameshuka, viwete na vipofu lazima watapona. Bigi 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 Father Lord, ameniweka juu kama uti Zion. Bigi 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 Father Lord, amenitokodu. Now you know, bigi 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 Father Lord, bigi Father Lord, bigi 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 Father Lord, bigi Father Lord.
Wacha nikushow vile church niko true, huku hakunanga watiaji ni kukul. Dada iko safi, Yesu wana come through.
Akina brayo wasikudanganyia tuende tao, hizo njaro njaro zao sema no. Come to the Father utabaki oh my Lord. Akina brayo wasikudanganyia tuende tao, hizo njaro njaro zao sema no. Come to the Father utabaki oh my Lord. Bigi 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 Father Lord, ameniweka juu kama uti Zion. Bigi 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 Father Lord, amenitokodu. Now you know, bigi 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 Father Lord, bigi Father Lord, bigi 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 Father Lord, bigi Father Lord. Brubang, huku kwa Yesu kumeshika brubang, na maluku safi tumepiga brubang. Roho Mtakatifu ameshuka, viwete na vipofu lazima watapona brubang. Huku kwa Yesu kumeshika brubang, na maluku safi tumepiga brubang. Roho Mtakatifu ameshuka, viwete na vipofu lazima watapona.
Thank God nimeingia hapa mwisho ningesweat.
Ungesweat mbaya.
Ningesweat mbaya.
Uko sawa.
Hiyo wimbo ni powerful.
Asante
Like even
sana.
the words in that song zina relate na vitu zina happen na zimeimbwa in a way that we understand.
Yeah.
It is a song that was made for us.
Yeah, true.
To listen and hear and do something about it. So hiyo process yenye mnatumianga ku make music ndio inakwanga the same, unapiga tu story.
Unapiga tu story, yani una speak kitu kwa roho yako, na saa nyingine venye mkusho anaweza kama na idea, kuna kitu anaweza sema kuna kitu na happen hapa pale. Kuandike J Sadik pia anaweza tuambia andikeni J kuna vitu za hapa pale.
Hiyo ngoma ni kali.
Asante.
Sana. Hata umesema asante.
Exactly. Alafu najua sisi tuko na faith kubwa sana, ndio maana pale tumesema brubang, huku kwa Yesu kumeshika brubang, na maluku safi tumepiga brubang. Roho Mtakatifu atashuka, viwete na vipofu lazima watapona in Jesus name. I matter situation una go through right about now, ni kuwa tu na hiyo faith na uamini hiyo situation una go through, manze God ashaisettle na sisi wote tuko na purpose.
Mimi niko na swali. Nyinyi wachali wa young, mmepiga luku, mnakafiti, dunia ndio hii haibagui. Ma temptation left right center. Nyinyi ndio mnatuimbia mkituambia to walk away from such some situations rather. How do you deal with temptations zenye kuna madem, acha tuchaliseme
Madem wengi.
Ama you're married
Madem wengi.
Alafu kila mtu ajijibie. Jemo naona kuna venye anahepa ma questions. Jemo tafuta answer yako.
Alright, mimi nikijibio swali, temptations mob, madem wengi.
Yes.
Raya dunia ni tamu sana. Ni tamu sana, but mimi personally naweza aje, niko na watu wako juu yangu. Apart from kusoma Bible, kujua word, hiyo haitoshi. Niko na pasi mwenye nikimess kidogo hivi ananipigia simu.
Okay.
Niko accountable tu. Na pia
mtu kama
hold accountable exactly. Mtu kama Sadik nikimess tu hivi kiasi. Na si ati ni ananiangalia tu life yangu ya kawaida ya usanii hapa pale. It's more than that. Anajua kindani. So niko na watu wawili watatu nikijaribu kumess tu hivi kiasi. Wananipigia simu watu wa kwanza. Nikiwin hivi, hao ndio watu wa kwanza wananipigia makofi. So
awesome. JMBB, I hope anza yako ni different. Nakuona sana.
Unadai na dandia.
Kuna venye hapo tu like kuna cheki kile amesema sasa. Ni bro.
Tunashinda pamoja, lakini acha niseme kwa the right place, the right time. Unaona? Kuna place ukienda utapata na vitu kama hizo. Unaona? Si most of the time tuko studio. Kama si studio, maybe church or
So hata places huko una live life yako
Yeah,
purposefully,
yeah,
unajua
yeah.
nikienda hivi ndapatana na kina nani, kuna life nilikuwa nao maybe before na nime decide start whatever. Mwikali ndamuonea tu kwa
But unajua pia saa ingine uwezi wa hepa by the end of the
alafu
day
wakitokelezea
exactly by the end of the day ina narrow down to wewe.
Okay.
But unajua pia ukiona mtu fulani anaweza kupigia simu akupigia kelele 2 hours unakuwa na uoga fulani. Unajua ukijipea kwa mtu unampatia hadi ruhusa anaweza kupigia simu akupigia kelele na pia anaweza kupigia simu akupigia makofi. So
Mkisaa madem mnasema wanakwanga wapi? Mimi si waonangi.
Sadi kuna tutakufanyia interview very soon. Umesikia mimi nataka wangu ya vale. Bando mimi si tunapata watu.
Na pia hii wiki nilipata WhatsApp.
Okay wewe kai.
Nilipata WhatsApp Charlie anasema tu ni mkono.
Ni mtu unajua pengine wewe ndio direction ya future husband.
So nitashughulika hiyo story. Alisema tu yani yeye anakudai mbaya kutoka kitambo.
Niliona hiyo WhatsApp nilikuwa tu guy mwadhani. Okay, asanteni sana kwa kuja. Nataka tuko na wimbo mwingine tunaweza funga nayo show, si ndio?
Si ndio? Hata before tuende ningeomba sana. Hii ngoma iko already pale on YouTube.
Tafadhali.
Tuko na inaitwa Big Big na channel yenyewe inaitwa Genius Records Kenya. Iko na ngoma kadhaa. Kuna ngoma 2 zimedrop this year. This year straight out of Genius Records hii January. Kuna cover ya demo anaitwa Anita amefanya cover ya Joyce Omondi inaitwa Sitaogopa. Alafu pia sisi tumetoa ngoma inaitwa Big Big. So ingia pale Genius Records Kenya, subscribe, like, comment. Kama kuna mahali tumekosea tuambie, pia tunataka njo
rectify.
Then share.
So Big Big pale Ahipola Jembona Friday Kasi Music, Genius Records Kenya pale.
That's what's up.
The only thing unaweza tufanyia manze ni kutushika mkono na itaweza sana. So kuna mtu ametushika mkono production na hizo zote. Wewe pia pale ukiwa nyumbani tutakuomba sana shike mkono na wewe pia. Nasema asante sana.
Karibu.
Tumekama hapa, asante sana Sadika, asante sana kwa platform.
No problem.
God aendelee kuwa bless.
Hata nyinyi zaidi, keep doing what you're doing. I think Sadik sitasema kwa heri, mimi sana ndasema kwa heri yangu and then we can Yeah. Now wapenda na wa love. Thank you for tuning in. It's been an amazing week on Full Circle with Mwikali. Have a great weekend. Do all legal things. Don't do what I will not do. Skiza akina Ola hapa na Jemo. Skiza hizo mawords. Okay, kwa heri from me. Bye bye guys. Mwah. Adios.
Tere yuko ready, Donda yuko ready, pia we kuwa ready kudania hii mat. I call the experience, wisdom, wayasa. Igari bado chacha, wabebe. Igari bado chacha, wabebe. Igari bado chacha, wabebe. Kanye ya Yesu ngumu sana kuja, so gari bado chacha, wabebe. Igari bado chacha, wabebe. Igari bado chacha, wabebe. Kila mtatu kifika wabebe, kila mtu kila rika wabebe, hii injili imeshika wabebe.
Hey. My name is Christopher Kirwa. My name is Jalas. Heavy J Baba. I'm an events manager. What do? I look for money. The Chief Operating Officer for Kate Chris Limited. Anything that will bring money, I'll gladly do it. What does being a man mean to me? To be a man, to me, patience is patience, taking the lead, patience, falling 1,001 times, endless patience, but waking up and still taking charge.
Well, thank you very much for joining. This is your coach and your friend Robert Brawley. This is the All Men Show, a show that delves into matters men, not for perfect men, but men who want to be better tomorrow than they are today. You will be encouraged, you will be inspired, you will be mentored, you will be convicted. Well, today I have two great men who have scars to show and medals to display. Well, you know them. Mr. Christopher Kirwa. Well, I've never called you Christopher, but I'll call you Christopher. Mr. Christopher Kirwa.
Thank you, man. It's good to be here.
Thank you for joining us here today.
I've never been in the same set with this guy.
No, you've never?
Ever.
Why are you guys talking as if you know what makes this really awkward?
Yes.
Is that we are all friends.
Exactly.
And we are in a group called A Few
Good Men.
Good Men. Eh?
Interesting.
So I'm looking at two people.
Well, as you know, this is a man who many don't know your real name because what you've done has surpassed even your name. Not because you're inconsequential, but you've done very many heavy things, and that's why you're called Heavy J Baba.
Heavy J Baba. Actually, I stole that name from the South African drama. It's called Heavy K.
Oh, fantastic.
So there's Heavy K, and K is his name. So
Yes.
J still is for Jalang.
Oh,
so just Jalang. Or then Baba is for the mentorship that you give people out there.
Yes.
Taking the leadership role, just being that father figure to so many other people joining the industry.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much for honoring us and coming here on this day. And we're discussing matters men. Well, they've said the boy child is forgotten, the boy child is emasculated, people don't discuss matters boy child. And I think time has come that we need to delve and face these things head on. Do you agree with me?
Yeah, maybe it's about time.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's about time.
But allow me to ask you a few questions. I mean, we will go into your personal stories, but allow me to ask you one or two things, and I want to hear what you have to say. Do you feel there's an attack on men, Chris? Is there an attack on men? Or the boy child?
Who is attacking us? Why are we being attacked? Are we feeling attacked? So I think it boils down to an individual and your interpretation of the attack. So personally, I don't feel attacked. I just feel that maybe the society is demanding more from us, and the society probably doesn't understand us the way we should be understood.
Can we handle that? Are we handling or are we breaking under the pressure?
We are not handling it well.
Okay.
Yeah, we are not handling it well.
Heavy J, is there an attack on the boy child?
Of course, yes, there's a heavy attack on the boy child. The boy child is under the bus. The boy child has been thrown in front of the train, and the boy child has been crushed into pieces. That if we don't stand tall and start requesting for space for the boy child again, I don't think we will survive this attack.
Wow.
Number one, because every single forum out there gave the girl child a chance, a platform from the organization, from everywhere. The girl child has been put together with the disabled and the youth. There's always something for the women, youth
and the disabled.
And the disabled, you understand? If there's any organization doing well, I don't know how, Maendeleo ya Wanawake is still there. If there are NGOs out there doing well, are those ones who have focused themselves on matters girl child. The only boy child standing is that one urinating at where?
By the roadside?
Not the roadside, at the
court.
At the court. They are carrying the fish. That is the only boy child standing tall. But others.
So there is an attack.
Crazy.
There's some level of attack.
No, there's an attack.
Fine. We've talked about the NGOs, the corporate entities, and supporting the women. And that's nothing to blame the women. But if you look at social media and mainstream media, there seems to be man versus woman war when you go on the social media platforms. Are we facing an animal that if we don't deal with it, it will finish us? Men versus women. I mean, let's go on social media. Let's look at what happened to Shafi, for example.
Okay, you see what I can easily tell you.
Yes.
It's a very murky space to to even talk about, because there are women who supported Shafi.
Yes.
There are women who were against Shafi. You understand? Or what was being discussed at that time. Right in this place, I would say again and again and again that no woman should go through any sexual harassment, anything, any gender violence, anything. You understand? But I would still tell my daughter again that, you know what? I will not allow you to meet strangers or go out with strangers because you don't know them. You understand? Today, everybody says, teach your son, talk to your son. I have a son. I will tell him these things, that you have to respect every woman. You have to stand there and respect every woman. Every woman, and consent is consent. You understand? You get what I mean? But I will tell my daughter again, do not meet strangers.
Absolutely.
I can easily tell you that, because I will teach my son. Maybe his son did not get what my son was taught.
Absolutely.
So my daughter does not know who they are going to meet at any given time. Are they going to meet Burale's son who's been taught, or Jalango's son who's never been taught? You understand? So I stand here and I repeat that, you know what? No woman should go through any gender violence or sexual abuse or anything. But then again, no woman again should always meet strangers. Know whoever you're meeting. We've discussed this with Kamene someday in the office.
Yes.
And we were just talking about maybe a woman's first date. And I asked her, what would your first date look like? She told me one thing. I will never drink on my first date.
All right.
You understand? I will go to a date, to a place where, even if I don't have my money, I'll walk home. I would go to a date where everybody around,
It's a public place.
I can actually see that that is a familiar face, that is somebody. Meaning, you first start with the people that you actually
Familiar
know,
with, yeah.
places you know, places you're familiar with. You understand? And I told her, what do you mean? She told me that I've seen friends of mine who come all the way from, say, a place like, say, Umoja, and they're being called for a date in, say, Kilimani. You understand? She's not familiar with it. She does not know the people they're going to meet and all that kind.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, Chris,
You
what do you
see-
think? Why is there a war? Why are people bitter when somebody says something maybe could be right, but maybe it's the way it was said? But why is there, it's us versus them?
Because the evil people are winning. And evil people means both women and men.
All right.
There is absolutely no way that even you, when you're walking around, you, us as men here, there are areas that you know very well. If today I tell Jalas, let's go to this place, there will be a risk assessment that needs to be done. So the same way we do risk assessments, maybe for events in our case, you as a girl child, you as a boy child, you need to do a risk assessment and say, I want to go to this particular date, but what are the risks involved and what are the mitigating measures? Before, it was very easy. You couldn't just walk out of the house without informing your parents, without informing your mom, and that's why girls tag along another girl child to a date. But when you wake up and meet somebody, probably even on a pseudo account, and they invite you to a particular date, and you can tell that where they are taking you, they are somehow isolating you from the public.
So agreeing what Jalas is saying,
Yes.
first date, go
Yes.
where you see some familiar faces.
So I know Shafi was hit because of it. Maybe it didn't come out, but that's what they were trying to say, and we are not trying to defend him. The same way, there are men who also have found themselves in a place where it's been risky, they've been robbed. Things have happened to them because they didn't do their risk assessment. So for me, it's about risk. The entire world is not composed of good people. It's composed of both evil and good people.
Right.
And the evil people are winning because probably the good people are not doing the right risk assessment before they make their next move.
All right. Okay. Now I want to go somewhere else now. We have seen the world over, whether it's the political arena, social circles, corporate entity, media, entertainment, women are also now coming into their place of upward mobility.
Okay.
We're seeing presidents, we are seeing CEOs, and there's nothing wrong because they deserve to be there based on their academic qualifications and how they have been prepared. Do men fear successful women?
Wow.
And even as you answer that, Jalas, let me start with you. How would you handle a successful woman?
Just the way I handle my wife.
Talk to us then.
Just because the way I handle my wife.
Yes.
You see, wow, do not be afraid of a successful woman.
Right.
You understand? Be a positive. Be positivity to her. Elevate her. You understand? Make her feel that pride in it. You understand? Make her be your pride. You understand? Make that successful woman be the reason you can actually walk out and say, you know what? This is my girlfriend. This is my wife. You see? The problem is when a successful man, a woman, meets a timid man or just somebody who was not raised to take their positions. You understand? As a man, be the leader. Be the source of inspiration. Let your wife, whichever position she holds, whatever she does, be proud that this is my man. But she can only be proud if you yourself has taken lead and stepped up to be proud of.
Absolutely,
You understand?
absolutely.
They can't be proud of you if you are not taking the lead, that you're not in charge.
Right.
You understand? They cannot.
But are there successful women who use their success to put some men down?
Of course.
Of course, yes.
Of course, definitely.
A lot. We see it
Yeah.
in workplaces and all.
Yeah, there. You know, it all boils down to the character of a person.
Your wife is successful, Chris.
Yes.
Yes, she's a successful
But this one
woman.
is a special case. They work together.
And she's successful in her own right. I mean, she has created her own brand as well. Yes, it's Kate Chris.
Yes.
But we also know Kate on her own.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
You see, for a long time, she had decided to stay in the background. I'm actually the one who nudged and told her, now it's time for you to be.
Oh.
Yes, she was actually comfortable being behind me. So if you look at maybe for the last 2 years, she's actually come out, and I'm happy she did. Because in November 2018, I think we were with him. We were doing Coke Studio at a club somewhere, parties. Then when I was driving home, I was involved in an accident. And then the following 2 days, we had a big launch for a certain Chinese company that was launching a supermarket hardware. I've never told anyone this story. And the accident was crazy. I was picked by an ambulance, taken to Hosi. Now, if I hadn't mentored Kate and kept on pushing her to be able to handle clients and manage the event the way I manage it, that client would have been a very disappointed person. By the time I recovered, and on the day of the event I went, they thought I was her driver.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually thought I was her driver. So, and I took the role of the driver because I drove myself slowly, so I reached there. So they could see she was coming to the car and going. So one of them said, hey, your driver is very dedicated. And I told her, don't change the narrative. Let it stay there. So sometimes if I was afraid for her growing, how will then have the business translated to where we are?
Absolutely.
Okay?
Okay.
But again, if you're given that chance, like he says, if you're given that chance and somebody is supporting you, now don't use it to now step on the boy child again.
Which most of them do.
Yeah.
We've seen it at workplaces where if your boss is a woman, things just do not work right on your way most of the time.
Yeah.
Because either they always think that your masculinity, you're trying always to prove things through your masculinity and
Right.
all. But then make sure that your woman, your wife, your girlfriend, you be the positive energy.
An influence.
An influence towards
Fantastic.
her.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, like my wife, for example, she does a lot of proposals for me. She actually pitches some jobs
In fact,
for
hold
me.
on to that, because
Yeah.
I think that's a topic we need to get into
Yeah.
coming after the break.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think you've heard very clearly, even successful women want a man who is sure of who he is.
Yes.
Don't be timid. But after the break, we'll come back. Please do not touch. This is the best show in Eastern Central Africa, south of the Sahara, and north of Limpopo. The All Men Show. See you after the break. Well, thank you very much. I have these two great gentlemen, Mr. Christopher Kiro and Mr. Heavy J. Baba, otherwise known as Mr. Felix who?
Odiwor.
It's not Oduor, it's Odiwor.
You see, back in Nyanza, if you're from the lakeside,
Yes.
On the south side, it's Odiwor.
Odiwor.
If you're from the north side, that is the Siaya side, it's Oduor.
Okay.
You understand? But I'm from Siaya, but I was brought up in the Odi War.
Odi War.
Eh.
And before the break, you're talking about, and this is, I think, how people can work together. You talked about your wife doing some of your proposals and all that. Please just wind up on that one, please.
You see, I have a team that we work with in the office. A client would call in, maybe late in the night, that they need this activation done, they need this marketing plan done. And she is in the marketing team, and she will quickly put up something. By the time I wake up in the morning, I cannot call the team in the office. By the time we're going to sleep, the proposal is ready. Wow. You understand? And she tells me, this is what I need you to do tomorrow. And that is everything I need.
And it doesn't make you less of a man.
And she is my biggest supporter. You
Yes.
understand? Being able to wake up next to her every single day at 4 in the morning, and her waking up and making sure that I'm dressed to go to work, tells me that she supports me. As a man, I should step up and tell her the reason why I'm living this is the reason why we have this roof, is the reason why if you walk out, you'll drive that beautiful car. You understand? And she supports me. You understand? There are things that I really don't even know how works in my house. Like what is being eaten in the house, I've never asked.
So you have a fully functional house.
Yes, what is being eaten, why nini. We have different arguments, my friend. What land, where, nini, but it needs.
Those are good arguments.
Those are the arguments that we need to have. You understand? Okay. But if you still arguing what meat, who ate what happened,
I want to ask another question.
Yes.
How do you work towards being a high-value man? What are some of these things you've done? Because your names have gone beyond your geographical area. You know, when you mentioned Christopher Kirwa, Heavy J, your names. How did you work? What were the conscious decisions you made? And there could be a man watching, there could be a young man watching, and they want to be where you are. But what are some of these things that you did that catapulted you to where you are?
For me, it was simple. It was a teachable spirit. Teachable spirit in the sense that I didn't have all the qualifications that were needed for me to get into certain positions. And how we met with him was because of my teachable spirit, and I was employed by this company that now gave me a position of being the head of operations for them. But because everybody else was more qualified, 10 times better than me, but I had that teachable spirit and willingness to learn and willingness to go beyond a call of duty.
Right.
Never ever keeping time. That is still my slogan to date. As in, I never keep time. I'm always ahead of time. Yeah, okay. And it's worked for me. Okay. Then comes another one here. When you give him something to do, the dude will do the work so well, you actually don't need to monitor him.
Okay.
Comes Burale, same story. I'll call you, come and MC this event. After I call you once, I don't need to even refer.
Right.
Because you will turn up. I have no idea what makes you guys do that, so probably even you need to tell us.
Absolutely.
What makes you do that?
Focus is key, and you want to die empty. Jalas, I want to ask you a question. You started Homa Bay Primary School?
Lake Primary
Lake Primary School.
PO Box 217
PO
Homa
Box,
Bay.
276 Homa Bay.
217 Homa Bay.
Yes, you were there.
Yes.
Your story is known. We've seen photos of you holding some fish.
Yeah.
That's why he mentioned the fish at the High Court.
Okay, absolutely. Now, let me ask you a question. That boy that was in that PO Box 276 Homa Bay.
Yes.
This boy who lost your father, left with responsibility. You had no academic qualifications in as far as degree, college is concerned. But when we see you today, what steps did you take to become the man you are today? Because there's somebody watching, all right? Is he now Musa Gitao Primary School, PO Box 312 Kikuyu, where I was?
Yes.
And he's wondering, will I ever get there? Okay. So what are some of the things you did? Some discipline and focus and all that kind of stuff.
Wow. Not letting anybody or your situation put you down. You understand?
Right.
Using what I have at that time to achieve what I want next. Okay? Example on how this man made me go and MC the World Cup in South Africa. Christopher Kirwa. Nobody believed in me from the team that was putting this huge event together. The World Cup is here, and they're looking for an MC. We met at a car wash. And he told me that I think there's something I need to try with you. This was the first biggest gig I was emceeing.
Right.
And when I was given that role, I have one principle. That is either you do it or you don't. But there's no middle ground.
Yeah.
So I gave my all. Lucky enough, one of the top Coke presidents was actually there. And he said that this guy will be the MC in South Africa. That's in 2010.
Did you even have a passport?
Let me stop him a bit. He went to South Africa before me.
Wow.
And
I
he
went to
was-
South
opened the
Africa
door
2 years
in a
later.
car
Yeah.
wash.
Yes.
At a car wash.
And he
Yes.
was the one who gave me the chance to go there.
But let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You had been around people who may not have believed in you.
Yes.
Did that affect your inner confidence?
I've always been around people who have never believed in me.
Okay.
Everywhere I've ever gone, everybody has always been on top of me. Even at the office, the people who work in my office, some of them are more qualified than me.
Yes.
You understand? But you stand out because of a few principles a man should have. You understand? Not letting your qualifications or what you have at that point killing what you can be able to achieve.
Yes.
You understand? It's self-belief. You have to believe in yourself first. Burale, if you don't believe in yourself, number one, no one else will. No one else will ever believe in you. You understand?
Look at that camera. And
Yes.
tell that guy in Homer Bay.
Yes.
You can still do it.
I'm telling you, wherever you are, I did it, you can do it, period.
It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
Now, this next question, of course, I also want to learn from it. Huh?
Okay.
How do you have a successful marriage? Kiro, let's start with you. Because now somebody like you live with your wife, you work with your wife, you go for presentations with your wife, you go to collect your payments with your wife, you go for events with your wife. How do you manage that?
You know, the start of the production, I talked about patience. And I'd like to also credit my wife for patience. You handling some of us is not very easy.
Wewe pia ni kichwa ngumu kivyako.
Sana, by the way.
Okay.
So, for her to have, you know, been patient, kuvumilia all this time, is the reason why we are where we are in events. Actually, we don't equate ourselves with any other person. You bring in an event, I do not really care which agencies are coming on board. I will always know that we'll do a better job. The system of belief that he's talking about.
Absolutely.
So we always approach an event with that success in mind of we will achieve it. But then it can cause rift back at home. So at some point, of course, we used to quarrel. Then Kate started settling down and knowing I actually need to support this kichwa ngumu of mine. And the only thing most men want is food. Na ile story ingine.
Okay.
So what she will do, it's very simple. We will go and do an event at 4 o'clock, she disappears. I'm wondering where has she gone? Kumbe, she's gone home.
To prepare.
To cook. Because I don't like eating hotel food. If you're in events, you don't like eating hotel food. That simple thing, hiyo kwenda kunipikia nipate hot meal at home, I can credit it for the success
of your marriage,
of our marriage and our business. You know, so I had to know it's interlinked.
Absolutely.
They're not different. Huwezi kata keti hivi, weke krisuku, weke
sounds
nini.
very simple, yet it
It's
has
not.
far-reaching repercussions.
Yeah, it's not.
Jalas, it's
Mama.
no secret. I mean, you're a successful man in business and you have a successful marriage, you're a good father. But that is not to say you haven't been through the ups and downs.
Wow.
How have you managed to keep head above water in as far as your marriage is
Let
concerned?
me tell you one thing. If it's anyone who's been in crazy turbulence of being called every single name, being trolled on social media, all infidelity, everything, is me. You understand? And one of maybe biggest story that came out was, say, the story of the Boys Club.
The Boys Club, yes.
The Boys Club, first I will tell you, is a group of my friends that we grew up with, and we've done a lot together. You understand? So, see, when COVID happened, that is when I started my YouTube channel.
Yes.
And they're the people who came in and actually supported me, and they were the first people.
Yes.
This was carrying light, this because most of them, their jobs were affected. I told them, let's do this. And we were with them throughout. So 2 of them are not married. This Dismas and Cornell.
Yes.
So one of them said, you guys are lucky. When you live here, you're going to your wives. As we are leaving this place, we are going to some cold rooms. And one of them just said, see, you married this chick. He sent her a photo of the chick on the on our
Just
WhatsApp.
a joke. Yeah, of course, among
and
men.
he said, one of them said, no, this one was yours. No, this one, no, you. So it turned up that, you know what, all we do is have the same women in our
Exchanging.
in our circle.
Yes.
And I did not know what to do. Lucky enough, my wife knew all these guys and actually showed her the whole thread that this and this is what we were talking about. And sometimes we see what is written about me and we laugh.
Yeah,
You understand? She actually sometimes sent me some of those things and tells me, like there was this story, Jalango's wife goes away because of their watchman. She sends me and we're like, okay.
Right.
Like, the other day, I'm with a very good friend of mine in Mombasa. You know how you'd hold somebody's hand? This is, they come even home. It's our WhatsApp group. We have even photos with my wife. Somebody just takes photos and send it to bloggers and you're like, oh, Jalas is cheating. So people, I sometimes even cry for her. Sometimes I even pity her, what people think of her. Why are you with this guy? Why are you being with this guy? With all this shame he's put you through. So were it not that my wife understood the kind of person I am, the kind of job I do.
Right.
I walk out here, 1,001 women meet me and want a selfie.
Absolutely.
I go to an event, all of them want to hug you. Somebody somewhere
will take a photo.
Takes a photo. Since out here, social media will interpret it the way they want. You understand?
But
so were it not for the patience of my wife and the good person that she is, I credit every success of mine because of
your
her.
wife.
And I credit her sanity. Her sanity is my sanity.
Wow, powerful.
Yes.
And how does it feel? Because you're talking largely about men. How does it make you feel? And even Chris, you can jump in on this. How does it make you feel that it is sometimes fellow men who want to see you lose your marriage, who want to see you in pain? How does it make you feel?
You know, these guys are friends.
Because as men, we need to understand the pains we go
the
through.
success levels of the three of us are totally different.
Yes.
One of us, yes, definitely more successful than the other. The other one is there.
Which is Burale at this point.
Leave me alone. How does
so most people can't take that. Most people can't take that, the fact that this dude is more successful than me. Yet we are friends.
So they want to bring you down.
There are such friends who call themselves friends, who will go to any length to try and bring down you.
Let me tell you,
you're
unless
preaching to the
you
choir,
are
absolutely.
with friends who want to see everybody win, you understand? You understand that if a bill is brought here, all of us are scrambling like,
let me pay.
Let me pay. You understand? That you are the only successful man in your group, then there's a very big problem.
Right.
Within the people you call your friends, some of them will be the people who want to bring you down. Some of them will be the people who are not happy. And they might be some of the people you are actually helping. But what I always know is that somebody who is above you will never want to bring you down.
Yes.
Everybody who has always wanted you to fall,
Is
you
under
understand, is always under you.
So they're pulling
And
you down.
one thing that I always say, when you see a man fall, learn. You understand? Because we are not far from the things that make some mighty men fall. It's something I hear again and again, and I see it, that some very close friends, I remember when we were going to my wife's place, and that's when our group started.
Absolutely.
A few good men.
Hold on to that.
What?
Just a few good
A
men.
what?
A few good men.
A few good
Absolutely.
men.
And I'm in the group. As we are all here talking, I hope you are doing an introspection. I hope you're doing a surgery about your circles. Do your friends scramble to pay the bill, or do your friends want to bring you down? Well, just hold on. We'll be back after the break. This is the All Man Show. Well, thank you very much. This is the Omen Show. I'm with these two great gentlemen, the evergreen Mr. Christopher Kirwa, who has been in the industry. He doesn't seem to go away. He brands and rebrands himself. I also have another gentleman who has gone down and never remains down. As he says, you come back up even if it's 1,000 times, and is heavy. And that's why he's called Heavy J. And before we went on a break, we were talking about the friends we need to have as men.
Yes.
And you said clearly there's some friends, anybody above you will not want to pull you down. And we talked about a few good men.
Yes, you don't need a lot of men. You need a few good men. When we were going to visit my wife's parents,
Yes.
I didn't have to look for many men. So many men later called me and asked me, why now? How can you do? Why did you leave me? Why was I not part of this? You understand? I did put up a group of few good men who I knew that, you know what, we are not in any competition.
Right.
We are in complementing each other.
Yes.
I'm going with men who are happy to see me do this. You understand? I'm in this journey with men who are supporting this, what I'm doing. You understand? That is why there were few good men.
Absolutely.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
That's it.
Wow,
Standard.
fantastic. And I'm sure we're helping people understand the dynamics of friendships. Sex. We can't be men and not talk about sex.
Okay.
Sex is not an accomplishment, is it? Many people think the many women you have, the greater man you are. Is sex overrated? Is sex a way of showing the kind of man that you are, Chris?
It goes in steps. Obviously, the first time you had sex, you thought that's it. Then, depending on who you're hanging around
Are
with,
you telling me? Speak for yourself.
I speak for myself. Okay, I'm speaking for myself. This one has Rukan. So, the step, it's all about steps and understanding.
Right.
Because the more you mature, the more then your mindset changes into what sex is all about.
Right.
What does intimacy mean? So we cannot sit here and pretend and say that we from day one, we were very good people and we used to know this is a straight and narrow path. We did our share of whatever that
Yes.
we did. But luckily enough, we survived and started moving towards the right direction.
Right.
So I don't think it's overrated, because you remember I told you when we are managing our events, there are two things that needs to happen. It's food, and when you go at home, the intimacy part.
Absolutely.
And it's not necessarily for me only, even for her. So this is another balance that you need. And you need to also do some research on your own. What does it take? So both of you are stressed. This one leaves home at 4. And then when he leaves home at 4, he doesn't go back to sleep. He arrives maybe 9. When he arrives at 9, he's very tired. He needs to sleep again to wake up at 4.
At 4.
So where is this balance that is happening? So it's the stress levels that we go through. The other day, I think we were discussing dietary and how it affects us.
Absolutely.
And do we know that the kind of food you take can affect your sexual performance? Do we know that? How many people know that? I might be 50 years, but I'm beginning to learn.
All right.
But maybe there's a 16-year-old who knows.
Absolutely. And so it's interesting that you say that age.
Yeah.
We have younger men, Heavy J, who are now addicted to sex. I mean, when you go on social media, we are seeing they feel that this is the be-all and end-all. A man at 21 can even teach a married man matter sex because of the frequency and exchanging partners. What is your take, sir?
You see, maybe when you're young and you always feel that, you know what, the many women I have sex with, the much more a conqueror is. But when you come and actually get to understand the real meaning of sex, you find yourself enjoying it more with this one person that you truly love.
Absolutely.
You understand? Because I really believe that as you jump from here to there, jumping all over, you're actually not even having sex. You just
extracurricular activities.
It's just I don't even understand what you're doing.
Presence.
You understand?
Presence.
But it's almost cardio. You understand?
Yeah.
But then again, is it overrated? No. If it's being done for the right purpose,
it is right.
It will never ever be overrated.
Fantastic.
But if you want to jump from here to there, it will always be overrated for you, because you keep on comparing this person from this person, nini nini. So you say, huyu hawezi, huyu anaweza, nini, have you tried? So you're actually rating these people you having this intimacy with. But if you are having it with somebody you love, it will never be overrated.
But you see also, the technology has made it very easy for the young people to do their research about sex. And when they are trying to research sex, what pops into them very fast is porn. So, and I think you've spoken about pornography for some time. So how does that person think what they have just stumbled upon is not the right thing? Where is the right
So
thing?
they want to enact on that.
On that.
Okay.
That's
So
why
where
you
is the
see-
right thing?
That's why you see, you hear young men at almost at the age of 23 already
They are
starting
using
to Viagra and all things like
Shortening your life without knowing.
Yeah, yeah.
You can imagine.
Now, we're in the COVID season. And the truth of the matter, we're all men here. And there are many men watching. This season has really affected many people. Financially, men have lost jobs, salary cuts, and women have. But I'm talking about a man who has been the leader of the home. Your kids still want to enjoy the holidays, but it's not happening. How are men handling this season? Because it's also now combining with depression, and men don't really talk. Chris, you're in the events industry. Let me just come to you direct.
Yeah.
I'm sure your finances have been affected because events have gone down by 70%.
Yeah.
How are you handling that? Jalas, you're a top MC.
But I don't even talk about
Nobody's MCing now. as such.
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah, but I want you guys to help men who may not have the platform to speak, but are crying from inside. But now you sit here and represent men who are leaders in their homes, but they can't talk, but you guys can talk. Chris.
You see, COVID came to really point a mirror to us of exactly what kind of relationships we have at home. As in, it's a mirror like this. And so a lot of relationships have disintegrated completely. People have gone through stuff where you even pick your family and take them to your in-laws. As in, you take them either to your people, you take them home temporarily as you try and adjust. So when you are hit with a situation where, you know, as men, we always, as events people, we always have plan A, B, C, D. So the other time I posted and said, for the first time in my life, I don't have plan A, B, C, D. Because the D I had, the announcement that was made the other day, now completely finished us. Because we are supposed to be out filming for our YouTube. We also have a YouTube, not as big as his, of course, but we have a YouTube channel which we started. Yeah, this one, I don't know. So we have a YouTube channel which we film venues. And it was beginning to pick. We had signed up 10 venues who are ready to pay.
So in one announcement, all that is
10 income when.
Can I ask you directly? I do believe
you
support people beyond your own home.
Yes, yes.
Maybe nephews, maybe nieces, people back home. How do you now feel that you cannot maybe support them as much? How does that make you feel as a man? And there are many men out there. We are MCs. We have also suffered, Jalas.
The worst for us is, I've never spoken about this, and he's big on it also, so I'll mention it because he's very big on it. We have a home we support of girls, 24 of them. This is the first time I'm actually saying it in this show. And our cry, sometimes I'll walk around and wonder, these orphans will not have food because I don't have work. That was the worst for us.
Jalas?
The first announcement of COVID, that is last year, almost a similar time like this. I just signed to be the official AMC for the Safaricom M-Pesa. And that was to happen in almost 20 regions. All right? So we had just done Kisumu, we had done Mombasa. So I was on my way driving to Meru.
Yeah.
All right? I was driving to Meru. So when
for another one?
Yeah, it was like my whole year was already
sorted.
If I was just to sit back, the whole year would have just
been okay.
You understand? Then, as we got to Nanyuki, I see a call from a client. And I think, I thought that maybe we are late. They tell me, where are you? I said, please, please, please. We had stopped fueling in Nanyuki. Don't worry, you are not late, we don't have an event. Said, we don't have an event. Told me just everything has been cancelled. Go back, we shall communicate. All right? A day later, they call me and tells me that everything has been cancelled. All right? And you know what we used to do is that, you know that every weekend you'd have a gig. Every weekend you'd have a gig. A gig will supplement you. Wow, bro, we've been hit hard. We've been hit hard.
Have you had to make adjustments?
Yes, a lot of adjustments. Projects that I was doing, I had to stop them, a few things, so that we can only now deal with the basics. You understand? Make sure that there's food at home, there's mortgages are paid. You understand? The people you support. Now you're doing this from direct salary, so you have a salary. Thank God I got a job after being thrown out of my former radio. I was thrown out the next day. Heavy J Baba, you know, I had 7 offers. So I had to choose, but I went to where I all began. So I was lucky that within, when people are being thrown out, I still got a job. You understand? So from my direct salaries, I've been paying salaries, paying rent, supporting people. If you see my WhatsApp, if you see my Instagram, it's just people, food, rent, please. So it has been really hard.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a tough season, and we just want to encourage somebody. Just hold on one more day. Help is on the way. I mean, this thing has affected everybody in every sector. Can I ask you 2 gentlemen very direct questions? Have you ever suffered depression?
I think I did, but I didn't know what depression was.
Jealous? Yes, I think I did.
What pushed you into that?
What pushed me into what I thought was, what I now know as depression. Where I was born, there's nothing like depression.
Yes.
Yes, so...
How do you go saying you're depressed?
I later got to understand that this was depression.
Yeah.
Having learned about it. This was back in 2001. Or 2001, 2002. We had just completed high school, and we are back in Homa Bay. Now all the students, everybody who sat KCSE are back, all right? So you hear Kiro has already gone to campus. Burale has already left for college. Nani ameenda KMTC, and I was left alone.
Had you qualified to?
I qualified. I got a very strong C+.
Okay.
C+.
Strong.
Lewis don't fail. I got a strong.
You just disagree with the examiner.
Yes.
Considering where you was, C+ was it?
C+, I was actually supposed to go be a teacher somewhere. I would have gone to a course, nursing course. I would have gone bridged a course somewhere and still attain my degree. So everybody has left, you understand? And we are like 20, 15 boys. And I'm alone, bro. I asked my dad, when am I going? My dad had never laughed like that. He told me, you've seen what I've gone through, taking you through high school. Where on earth would you think that, you know what, I can be able to afford college? So for people not to see me around to also try to lie that I'm in college, I just used to lock myself in my one room somewhere and just cry. And it went again and again until I just said, for how long? That's when I came out and said, whatever it takes, I'm here, I've not gone to college. The only job that is left here is to be a fishmonger. Go by the lake, throw the net in, cast the net, pull fish and sell.
How long did you do that for?
That I did for almost 6 to 7 months, all right? But then it was so depressing too, because you're with people who've never stepped in class, people who are older than you, people who all they do, this is it for them. You understand? You still believe somewhere that something, you have no inspiration around you. You understand? Then I went to work in a company called Capital Fish. That was now even more depressing because Capital Fish is right opposite Lake Primary School.
Where you are schooling?
Yes. So this is Lake where I started, and now this is where I'm working. So these kids and teachers would leave school and still see us coming from this almost known as the low end. You get what I mean?
So he was a perfect example of who you should not be.
Yes.
He must have been a reference.
Yes.
Well, 2 things would have happened, and I want you to encourage somebody. 2 things would have happened.
Yes. Yeah.
You would have collapsed under the weight of pressure, but you decided, you know what, I'm not going to do it.
Because we
but the pressure became too much. It became too much, my guy.
But you survived because you're here.
And my friend
You
Gordon,
didn't know what depression was.
And my friend Gordon told me, we need to leave this place. He left.
Yes.
Then he told me, bro, I've found a way. Come where? Kakamega. So So we went to Kakamega, bro. We went to Kakamega, right in front of Kakamega. We used to sell books, these old books, me and Gordon, and my friend called Bishop. So we are in Kakamega, we are selling old books. And this is again depressing.
Yeah.
You are selling books that you used to read. These are from 4 books. I just said, this is not. I went back home, and that's when my dad told me, you know what? Just go be a man.
And you came to Nairobi?
Yes. 800 bob, 2 shirts, 2 trousers, pack yourself, ndani ya basi.
Go be a man.
You know, the interesting thing is, his story is similar to mine, and I've never told you. I finished Form 4. My mom was involved in an accident. She was in hospital ICU for 6 months. 6 months. When somebody stays in ICU for 6 months, bro, people came to see her. So I will go morning, 10, 1, 2, every day. Until after 3 months, nobody was coming. You know, you can stay in hospital until nobody is coming. Then,
did you feel rejected?
Of course, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know what depression is. So I must have been depressed, but I didn't know. I just got ulcers. I became thin like Kawaya. Nobody's coming to see her. Then when now she's gotten out of ICU, she stayed in hospital again for another 6 months. Then now we took her to Shags. Remember the same story? Everybody that we were schooling with has gone to campus, has gone to technical school, everything. Same story, by the way. I now sat in Nakuru like this, packed a few clothes in a paper bag, and I came to Nairobi, like he always says, to look for money.
Where's your
mom
mom
work. She passed.
Dad?
I was the only kid.
Only child?
Yeah, me, I'm like this.
So I want to speak to...
You see, you realize I don't speak about my sister, my brother. I don't know what those things are.
And I just want to speak to an orphan out there that, you know, you can still do it.
Yes.
However tough things may be, and we'll go on there.
Yeah.
So I hope somebody's being encouraged right out there that despite and in spite of the challenges, if you just keep your focus, somebody's told, go be a man.
Yeah.
Somebody else felt rejected and came to Nairobi to make it work.
Yeah.
And that's why the two of you are sitting here. And that's why many people look up to you. And that is why you cannot fail. You have to succeed, because if you fail, you will go down with many other people. But I'll come after the break. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for keeping it here with the Old Man Show. We'll be back after the break with these two amazing gentlemen. All right, quick fire. What is the most interesting thing you have in your wallet?
ATM.
What supply is in your house is running low?
Unga.
Can a man and a woman be best friends?
Yes.
What is the one thing that you'd put on your bucket list to do before you die?
Go to Swaziland.
If a movie was made...
It's called the Reed Dance.
Okay. If a movie was made
to
of your...
see the king choose a wife.
If a movie was made of your life, who would you play? Who would play you?
Otoyo.
Who have you met that you wish you hadn't?
Kirwa.
What compliment do people give you the most?
Handsome.
What did you do with the first 1 million shillings you made?
I drank it.
What scares you?
Poverty.
What secret would you like to tell me?
I'm not wearing underwear.
Sit down. What is the most interesting thing you have in your wallet?
I never carry wallets.
Are you a morning or a night person?
Night.
What supply is running low in your house?
Patience.
What is the strangest thing you have ever eaten?
Hey, there is a Japanese restaurant. I ate some pili-pili thinking it was part of the nini. Smoke was coming out of my ears, nose, everything.
If you could get yourself anything, what would you get?
A stadium.
If you could teach any grade or subject, what would it be?
Definitely not chemistry, biology, or mathematics.
What is your favorite sport to watch?
F1.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
Both.
What scares you?
Snakes, crocodile. Yeah.
What secret would you like to tell me?
I am wearing underwear, unlike Jalas.
Well, thank you very much for being with us here. This, of course, is the best show in Eastern Central Africa. This is what we call the Old Man Show.
How's y'all feeling? Wadao mnasikiaje jamani? I know it's almost coming to the end of January, and I don't know about you, but as for me and my house, we shall serve the Lord. Anyway, as for me, I am happy, I am grateful to be alive in such a time like this and to just see the month of January coming to an end. So, you know, I hope you're good. I really hope you are good, like kabisa uko sawa. Anyway, on today's episode of Kitchen Safari, we are going to be making my special githeri, watu wangu. I know some people do not really like githeri, but I'll show you a few ways you can just, you know, twist a few things, add a few things, and you can make it delicious and aromatic at the same time. We are at Pneumatic Kitchen Appliances along Mombasa Road. That is Keliko Complex. In case you are looking to upgrade your kitchen, this 2025 Pneumatic is the place you should come. Take a look because they are located all across Kenya in Lavington, on Kiabu Road, Wako Waterfront. They're also going to Tanzania. My people from Dar es Salaam wanakuja hiyo area, na pia wako kule Lagos. Aside from that, I'd like to shout out also one of our main sponsors, Canster Plastic Industries Limited, who we have been using their household products, which are multi-purpose all through this season, to show you the practicality of having them. They are stylish, they're colorful, they're always like popping on the set, as you can see, you know. And also we have Tropical Heat, who we get to use their spices to bring out the flavors and their aromas. And today we're going to be using their githeri masala. Nakwambia utaona venye githeri itafanya ile kiru, you know. But anyway, we need to get into the show because we're gonna get into the cooking. So the first thing we're going to do is, kumbukeni pan zetu ni za Signature, in case you're looking to upgrade your cookware. Signature wako na quality nzuri sana, na pia they're very colorful depending on what color you like, or you know, you do you. This maroon is just working for this season, so it's gonna be marooning at this time. Tumehakisha moto yetu sasa, tunataka kuweka cooking oil. Tunamwaga mafuta. Tunaweka mafuta. Unajua kuna watu watumiangi mafuta wakipika, wanakulanga vitu boiro. Anywho, to each their own. Sisi watu wa mafuta tutakamua tukimaliza hii life. Haya, nimesheka mafuta yangu. Yes, it's hot. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put my onions inside and slice them. So nitazieka. I want to saute them until they get caramelized. So we're going to throw them inside. Alafu tuchukue mwiko huku nyuma, tukuja tukoroge. So we're just going to mix them for a bit and let them cook. Once they're all coated with the oil, tunafunika, tunaacha zinapika. Tunafunika, tunaacha zinapika. Enyewe tangu niacha kufanya mziki, inabidi nitafute places rhyme skills zitakuwa applicable, but anyhow, let's wait for this. So our onions have already have the kamba in me has done the thing. Anyways, ime caramelize. Next, nataka kufanya nini? Nataka kufanya hii kitu inaitwa garlic crusher. So you put your 2 garlics here and you finyanga. You see? Unafinya, unaweka ugali yenye umekula hapo, unaifinya. And then nachukua kisu, you do that. Right? So, make sure all your garlic go in. Garlic doesn't take a lot of time to cook. Then I'm going to bring in my hoho, green bell peppers. We are going to stir this. We're going to give it a stir. As the peppers cook, I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring in my 2 potatoes. I've chopped them into cubes because nataka tu zikue ile unauma hivi kagitheri unasikia. Unasikia hivyo. Unasikia ile kitu inaitangwa deliciousness. And then munajua Wasafiri pia munapendaga waru. So na hii githeri pia inakuwaga ni kama kazi yenu huko kwenu, so ni sawa tu. lazima tuweke tuwaru hapa ndani, si ndio? So we're going to let this fry for a while before we come in with the rest of the ingredients. So, tunakaribisha spices zetu. As I said, we are going to be using this githeri masala. Tutaweka some masala because I want to coat it. Nataka kucoat hizi waru za mi. So we are going to put that to mix it. Ooh, the smell. I told you ni venye smell through the camera. We are going to put some salt. Tunaweka chumvi vizuri. Then I'm going to put a bit of white pepper. There's just something about the taste of white pepper that I like, and it makes everything delicious. And some ginger. Ginger, ginger, Alafu unakoroga. Now our potatoes are spicy and delicious. Tunaikoroga. Alafu tunakuja kuweka mahindi zetu. I'm going to put that kwanza. I mixed it up. So I'm going to mix this up. Then I'm going to put now maragwe mimi naekanga mingi. Hiyo si question, we are not asking. It's not tafadhali. Jauza maragwe, sijazie watu mahindi na maragwe ni za kuhesabu. Kaushaambiwa you are the only bean in my githeri. Mbona venye nimekuangalia na ukaamini? Sababu utapika githeri na mahindi moja. Ask yourself. Ask yourself. You believed someone telling you you are the only bean in my githeri. Where is your logic now? Huwezi pika githeri na mahindi moja? Na maharagwe moja you can't. So we are going to cook, alafu narudisha moto venye ilikuwa. Kameingia huko ndani. And I'm going to pour some water and let it cook. Just put a bit of water. You're going to let that cook. And hivi tutakuza kuweka. So, yeah. We're going to let that cook for a while. Wadau, ile masaa imefika, githeri yetu iko tayari. So the last thing you're going to throw in is our carrots and our cilantro, aka dania. Tunarusha hapa ndani. You know, you do that. Be generous. Generous. Alafu unakoroga. Can y'all see the color? The color is coloring. Unakoroga vizuri. We're going to let this cook for like a minute and our food is ready. So we'll be plating it in a few. We are done and this is our final product, my special githeri. Alafu pia nimetengeneza kachumbari, nimeiweka hapa kando. Ukikula chakula inafanya ile kitu. Oh, I can't wait to dig in. But thank you so much guys for watching. I'll be seeing you next week, same time, same place here on Kitchen Safari. So a big ASO to our sponsors, Pneumati Kitchen Appliances, Kenster, Plastic Industries Limited for this beautiful plate that we get to use for plating our food, and Tropical Heat for the aromatic spices. Venye zinanukia vizuri. Na ndiwaambia mkitaka masufuria, signature got you. I'll see you next week, same time, same place.
Decoded.
kazi hapo. Sasa hapo ndo nikaanza kuona kumbe nasalimiwa. Haya. Kumbe mimi ninaweza mpati. Mimi natampriti.
Hata uko na jani mrembo.
Hello everybody, how are you doing? Karibuni sana to Chat Sport. I hope you have had an amazing week, because kila wiki on Thursday we just make sure that we bring you good vibes na vitu mzuri, and today we just have that kind of show lined up for you. Karibuni sana. I am Wikali.
Hola everybody. It's been a minute since I said that. Like, I always loved that signing in. Acha niite signing in, just see signing out. Ama ni log out. Mimi sijui computer. Sijui hizo mawazo mnatumianga. How you guys? Do you miss us? I mean, it's been just a couple of days, because the last time you guys watched was on Thursday, and I hope you actually watched all the episodes that we've been here. I mean, we do this because of you guys. So, of course, you gotta consume what we give you, because it's always the good entertainment, the good old education, the good old, you know, fun and games and everything else nice and everything in between. So, of course, guys, welcome. Karibuni sana. My name is Nana Owiti, mwetu wa wanza mwa kitonde wa loka wa mwaki wa maka.
Horo anu. Tuivo sea mtu ameanza na kitamba, acha nianze na Kikuyu basi. Okay, let me be serious. Hi guys, welcome people of the internet. How are you guys doing? Yes, it's another beautiful day that we get to share with you guys. And before I even continue, just please make sure that you go to YouTube, look for the Switch TV page, like, share, subscribe, all that fancy stuff. Sitaichoka ku repeat ndio muendelee kutu support hapa, ndio. But yes, also feel free to interact with us on our social media handles, Switch TV Kenya on Facebook and Twitter, and Switch TV KE on Instagram. And today we have a very interesting show for you guys. I don't want to say too much, so welcome to the show. I am Jace Maina.
And talking about how interesting this show is going to get, we're just going to move right into On the Sports. And on the sports today, we have a lady who's decided to bear it all. She's not holding back. She's like, this is who I am, take it or live it. Anajiita Manzi wa Nairobi. Chacha vipi?
Fine, thank you.
Karibu
Manzi wa
sana.
Nairobi, aka Chacha 254.
Alright, karibu sana. So kabla, najua kuna maswali mnataka tuulize, but kabla tufike hapo tuambie Chacha ni nani, alilelewa wapi, kabla anze hii biashara yake. Who was Chacha?
Chacha, she's just a beautiful girl, humble, nice for that matter.
Yeah.
Very simple. Born in Teto.
Uko ni wapi?
Nyeri.
Mwadwanyo ba.
Ni wale wanangoanga hizi vitu. Usipolipa bills tunakata. Kuja mapema kwa nyumba tunakata. Yeah, I'm from Nyeri, born in Nyeri, raised in Naivasha. Hustling in Nairobi, obviously.
That's what's up. And that's
shamba ya mawe. Shamba ya mawe, wote tunakuja kutafuta hela pande hii.
Okay.
We all live, I don't know, mara mingi uzuri ni si wote upatana tu huku. But then growing up nilikuwa nafikiria ukiwa unaishi Nairobi, like, cause me I'm a village girl, nilikuwa najua watu wa Nairobi wote wanakuanga na pesa. Wako smart, wako fit, watu wao wanakaa poa. So mimi nilikuwa najua Nairobi until I came to Nairobi and found mwenye nilikuwa namuita mdosi ana spin chapo. Hiyo ndio job leo du Nairobi, ndio inampatia pesa. Hiyo kazi unafanyanga.
Wacha, let me even surprise you. Mwanzo wa shida zako ukishakuja Nairobi, because you know nobody.
Exactly. Uko peke yako.
Au juu uanzie wapi, umalizie wapi. Sasa unaanza kuhangaika. So mahangaiko yako inaanzia
Nairobi.
So tuongelele
mahangaiko hata mimi niko hapo.
Ulianza job zingine gani before ufanye sasa job yako? Na by the way, kwanza job yako ni nani? Unajua kuna wase wana kuwatch for the first time sahi. What would you say your job is?
For me, I love money so much. So anything that bring money
tutafanya
kwa mkono yangu is business. Yes.
So when
I can do anything to get money. Yes.
And where do you draw the line?
I'm business.
So hakuna line.
I am business.
Hakuna line.
No.
Kuna job zingine ulitry before hiyo job yako sasa?
Yes, of course. Kila mtu lazima unaanzia mahali ndio unafika.
So what kind of jobs?
For me, nilianza kazi ya mashamba. Like I told you guys, I was living in Naivasha.
Yes.
Naivasha is all about easy mashamba za maua and all that. Yeah. So I started from there when I was 16 years old. I was very young because for me, I didn't go to high school.
Okay.
You understand?
Really?
Yes. I'm just coming from a very humble family.
Okay.
So akukuwa na pesa, tungefanya aje, tutajipiganisha kwa
Ukaanza
mafuta
hustle.
tujue.
So ukiwa 16 ndo ulianza kujitafutia pesa?
Yes. Nikiwa 16 because my dad passed away a long time ago. I was 3 years. And we just two, me and my brother. You understand? Na mom pia anafanya kazi ya mashamba. And you know this kazi ya mashamba, they pay 1,400 for 30 days. Sasa hiyo 1,400.
So ulikuwa kaa casual worker?
Yes, kama ka contract hivi ka kila siku unaenda huko unapewa kipimo yako ya kulima, unalima, unapewa 100 yako ama 80 per siku, it depends. Ukimaliza hiyo ukimaliza kipimo unapewa bed kama 4. Na hizo bed hauoni mwisho. Kweke zimejaa.
So you did that at 16 years.
Yes.
Alafu ukadecide kukaa Nairobi. Hauko unajua mtu yoyote.
Nilifanya hiyo kwanza. Nikalima nikaona nitakufa.
Ukasema acha nitafute nini kazi nyingine.
Nikaona hapana. Unafikisha mpaka jioni kipimo yako kumaliza unapewa kama 80 shillings unaenda home. Unaona? And my mom is still working at the same same company. It was no, yeah, alikuwa in Parkhouse, but I'm like I'm working with my mom kwa hii company moja. What is this? Okay, but at the end of the day we need this money. You understand? So I have to do it. But I got tired. I'm like I have to do something different. So still in that Naivasha, nikaenda kwa hoteli. Unajua kwa mdogo bado anaona uwezi serve customers. So I had to go to the store. Unachonga viazi my people. Baka huku inakatika.
Ukasema mimi nataka hivi hapana.
Nikachonga. Juu unachonga jioni unapatiwa 50 shillings. You understand? Unaenda nao nyumbani.
So ukikam Nairobi plan yako ilikuwa nini?
So,
hapo umekaa mtu.
Nilikuja, kuna friend yangu alikuwa kwa Nairobi akaniambia unaweza kuja huku ujari. So nikakuja Nairobi, tulikuwa tunaka place inaitwa Umoja 3. So nikaishi na friend yangu, then I was working as a waitress at this one club in Thika Road called Roasters.
Roasters. Okay. So uko ndo ulianza saa hustle ya Nairobi?
Yes. Unaenda na tulikuwa tunafanya kazi from Friday to Sunday. Unafanya kazi mpaka mguu chini. Haiwezi kutembea
kwa sababu hizo siku za Friday Saturday
zilikuwa very busy. So you are serving customers mpaka unachoka, and you know some customers they have attitude. Pale couples wanakuja, kuna mziki, lazima uinamie ule mzee kumwambia bibi yako, bibi yake pengine ameshaanza kwani unainamia bwanangu? So ni unamuinamia kesi inaanza. So and I didn't like that. Sikuwa napenda hiyo kazi kabisa. Nilikuwa naenda but I'm sad.
So uko ndo nikuuliza uko ndo ulipatana sana wa baba ukaanza hivi ama uko umeanza bado?
No, me by the way I was innocent girl. Sometimes someone watu wana comment kwa comment section naangalia nasema if you don't know the story, somebody or story behind somebody don't talk, just keep quiet, because hawezi amka asubuhi moja useme from now on naanza hook ama naanza kufanya hivi ama naanza wa baba, because utaanza kusema unaanza wa baba unawatoa wapi? Do you have experience? Do you know where to start? You know,
so where do you immerse the experience from?
So I worked for that nikachoka. So wakati nachoka, the manager was proud of me because mimi ni mtu, unajua nimefanya job, mimi ni mtu kutoka kwa shida, na mkono kidogo but job napiga job. You understand? Na napiga nikijua what I want because I know my background, I know where I'm coming from. I don't joke when it's coming to her. So you understand? So manager akasema I know you don't like kufanya kazi hapa, but ukifanya bado kazi yako unaifanya vizuri. There's a friend of mine who owns a spa in Kilimani. It's a salon. You can go there and atafuta mtu wa kumsimamia. And I'm like cool. Juu nimerecomendiwa, I went. Nikaanza kufanya kazi hapo. Sasa hapo ndo nikaanza kuona kumbe nasalimiwa. Haya. Kumbe mimi nimeenda what I'm happy. Nimeenda tamprisi
uko na jani mrengo. So uko ndo ulianza kupatana na watu.
Unafanya kazi gani?
I was like a manager. I was managing the spa, I was at the reception. Sasa wanakuja
wote lazima upitie kwanza.
They must pay there, they must see me. Sasa wengine wananiambia let's go for coffee. kumbe kuna kwanga na kitu coffee. Ukienda
unaenda.
Ukisharudi nyumbani akikudrop anakupatia kama ka 1500. Ni mingi. 1500 ya siku moja ya coffee tu.
Imagine kwenda tu coffee.
Kusema haya.
Wacha tuende ugali.
So this is Nairobi now. I was not in Nairobi now. I'm in Nairobi. You understand?
Yes. Sema hapo ndo ilianzia sasa.
Hapo ndo ilianzia, then I met friends, tunaenda out na niambia you know, you can ask them for money. I was like, no, I don't do those kind of things. No. Me, I'm used to work.
Me ufanya kazi.
Until I got tired. You unakuwa in a relationship. This guy is like lying to you, using you. And then anakuacha because you are such a broke girl who doesn't have anything. Anaenda kwa wasichana wako na pesa na amekutumia. So I was like, okay, I am tired.
Karibu Kanairo, karibu Kenya.
Kama ni relationship, I've tried. I'm getting nothing out of it. I'm just being used. And I need money. For how long? And I was like, let's do this.
So like you know, it's one thing to imagine that ndaitisha pesa na uko msichana, but now getting into the business kabisa. Did you have someone mwenye alikuguide akakwambia hapa ndio wanatokanga, ndio rate ya 1 hour, ndio rate?
Ulijipeleka tu?
Actually friend yangu aliniambia tu wewe itishanga mara za mbele unaenda unajaribu kuitisha, unaogopa,
unashindwa uanze aje.
Na huyu hata kujua utaitisha usipoitisha utatumika tu naenda. I was like okay, so usipoitisha huyu atasema atakupe, anakudanganya, anakwambia relationship wa siku 2-3 ashakutumia, ashakuacha for what? For what? Let me gain out of it.
Do you remember the first amount of money you got? Like how much it was?
I can't even remember because it's
okay, compare like, na saizi ilikuwa peanuts.
Yesterday's price is not
today's nini. So hata huwezi kumbuka ilikuwa how much.
And I was broke as you know, that's why I decided let me do it. Yes, let me earn a living for my life.
So you just say you're living better now. You stop being that broke down.
What do you mean?
Pesa ni mingi.
What do you mean?
I
don't do hookups anymore. Actually, I have money. I don't need to sleep with anybody for me to get the money.
So what
for now they book me to spend time with me, and it's not a must because I have my own money.
Does your mom know this is what you're doing? Like when
she
you go to Nairobi?
She doesn't need to know because at the end of the day nitatafuta pesa nimemweka comfortable. She's living good.
So nikuulize na mabesti zake wenye wako kwa online space and probably ama you don't care, ama your mom doesn't listen.
I don't care because can I tell you something? Wakati mamangu hakuwa nayo pesa alikuwa anahangaika. Those friends ndio walikuwa wanamchekelea. Wanasema mama fulani anahangaika, ameshinda kwa mashamba and all that. So saizi venye anakaa vizuri, kwa nini hao marafiki wakuja waanze kumwambia ati msichana wako anafanya nini? Ama anafanya nini? Hakuna chakula wanamwekea kwa meza, so it doesn't make any sense. So mimi mamangu hata akijaribu kuniambia namwambia tusiongee hiyo maneno. Uko na njaa. Are you living your life so well? You are comfortable. Just pray for me. Thank you.
Okay. Do you get you know, sort of like maybe guilt sometimes? Have you ever been in a position yenye maybe mse amekuka position yenye kabisa it makes you feel like, oh my god, what am I doing? Maybe I should stop. Have you ever gotten to that point ever?
Let me tell you something. In this life, hata ufungue biashara yako, there's nothing easy.
That's true.
You understand? Mtu atasema ati now being employed, I want to open my own business. It is not easy.
It's a lot of work.
Biashara zote ziko the same. Hakuna biashara yenye mtu unafika mahali unachoka tu. Ziko same. So unafika mahali I'm tired. You feel bad, but at the end of the day
you pick
pull your socks. Get yourself together. Rudi kwa soko.
Nimeona leo Shakila amesema saa zingine she looks into her mother's eyes and she feels like she deserves a better child.
Let me tell you something. It depends with how you are doing it. Like I told you right now. Kila mtu kama right now you uko na future yako yenye unataka nikikuwa hivi, nikifika hapa nikuwa hivi. For me, I'm not doing hookup because I want to have fun. I'm not doing hookup because I want to enjoy life. I'm doing hookup because I want the better future for me and for my kids. I don't want my kids to suffer. I don't want my children to start working at 16 years old. No. I want them to get the best out of it. You understand? So hata ile siku atakuwa hizi vitu ziko kwa watu wanasema internet never forget. Yes, they will see it, but hata wakiona watasema yes, ni sawa, but I'm in group of schools. I'm not lacking anything.
Do you think it's a discussion you'll have to have with your kids, especially?
No, I don't need to have any discussion with them because I'm working hard right now to give them the best.
Yeah.
So after any question, anything?
Sorry, I feel like
Continue.
I keep cutting
Yeah,
you
it's okay,
short.
go ahead.
But is it? Do you you see how sometimes you have like a business plan in terms of like I will do this
5-year
until this.
plan,
Yes,
yeah.
you know. Do you see yourself stopping at some point and being like, I have made enough money now. I can just baby girl now. Kabisa, kabisa. Let children come. Maybe get married. Is that in the works?
I can do it now if I want. I have the money. I have it.
So
It's
basically
just that nile tu nilieka point ya I will never be used again.
Okay.
Hata saizi nikuwe mama nimezeeka. If you want my company,
you have
you
to pay
have
for
to
it.
spend on me, sweetheart.
And speaking of that, you've invested in yourself. I think like you are a business by yourself,
Yes.
without any other hizi biashara zingine unasema unameweka. I'm thinking you are investing yourself, because I watched a video of you saying you've gotten your, a few enhancements here and there. How many surgeries have you done?
I've done like 3 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which includes
I've done liposuction twice.
What? Okay.
Yes. And then kwa mapaja pia niliona ziko nono sana, nikaona nataka nipunguze. Yes.
Watu wakiongeza unapunguza.
Yes. So I've done 3 surgeries. So far I've spent like 3 million. Si pesa kidogo.
Let me read the first one. Hello, ladies. I have been dating this Mubaba for the last 9 months. He randomly asks me to let him pay for a BBL for me. Mind you, I didn't have an issue with my body image. What should I do?
BBL ni nini?
Niko
Brazilian butt lifts.
Fat transfer from your stomach to your ass.
Brazilian butt lift. Ni ya kuongeza.
Basically, your stomach is in your
buttocks.
Yeah.
In your buttocks.
You remove the
So the question is,
transfer.
this guy already is okay, sawa. This guy mwenye una date ndio ametaka Mubaba. Yeye ndio anataka kukufanyia, kumaanisha they already not happy with how you look, or they would prefer
but how she's comfortable with how she looks.
Yes, so si atafute huko kwingine mwenye anakaa venye anataka.
Hata mimi nashangaa when you have to spend on me like
if you don't like what I look like, then just
go look for someone
who looks like that.
Yeah, I feel like some choices it's
very simple.
It's a very individual choices.
Very,
like
yeah.
if it's me to want a BBL, it's me to want an enhancement here and there, but not any other person forcing me so that they can, like
you can look the way they want.
Dreams zao zikue, the fantasies ziko alive na mimi. No. If you're looking for that fantasy, then I'm sure there are women who look like that already. Like our chacha here.
But I think that person, she's lying.
Nani Mubaba?
Huyo mwenye anasema
huyo msichana hataki.
Girls wanapenda hizi vitu nowadays.
Ukweli ni mzuri.
Okay, but wengi wanataka.
But mimi
ukweli ni mzuri because not you, I didn't say you, but most of them kwanza hao wenye kwa na mababa they want, because outside there competition is very high. Wao utadhania wewe ndio uko mzuri, ukitoka hapo nje ala
Sini akili.
Na what if yake si biashara, ni Mubaba tu. Unajua there are people who date.
Basi huo si mbaba mzuri. Huo ni mbaba anapenda. Sasa huo mbaba anapenda hao wenye wanakaa.
Ende
akatafute.
Juu clearly yake si I don't think anaisema ni kama it's a biashara, amesema been dating. So probably it's just an older guy anampatianga pesa.
Huo mbaba anapenda street girls. So amwache ama amue anataka aje.
After chacha utampata namba yako.
Okay, na muda wetu umeyoyoma. Chacha, thank you so much for coming through. Na kukua, like I said at the beginning, she is ready to bear it all out, and she just did that. Thank you for tuning in. Kama kawaida, SMS zenyu tumeni to advice for 111 That is our number. Just send it right there. Tunawapenda sana. But from us to you, have an amazing Thursday. Adios.
Hello, I am Dayan Masinde, a relationship and marriage coach. Welcome to Decoded. You know, love is a beautiful thing. But even love has its fair share of challenges. Decoded is a show that seeks to strengthen relationships and marriages. Every single week, I will be sitting down with couples to find out what issues in their relationship or their marriage they need fixed. Welcome to Decoded. Let's meet the Kimanis who need issues in their marriage decoded.
Hello, we are Mr. and Mrs. Kimani. We
have-
have been married for 3 years now. Yeah, we are celebrating our anniversary this month.
So marriage life has been good. It has been very fantastic. My husband has been very loving, and also he has taken good care of us. Yeah, it has been good generally.
We met back in campus, that is Kenyatta University. We met first in 2012, but we started dating in the year 2014.
Okay, what attracted me to him was his love for God, how he feared God, his genuineness. Yeah, I just loved his genuineness, especially in serving God.
In the first place, as you can see, she's a very beautiful girl. That is the first thing that attracted me to her, and also her seriousness and commitment to matters of God.
Okay, I knew he was the one when I first of all saw him, and he was very loving, he was very caring, and he loved me, so I just felt I am loved. I just accepted to be loved.
The one thing I love most about my wife is her seriousness towards life, and also her commitment towards her marriage, that is to me as her husband and to her daughter.
So one thing I love about my husband is his fear of God and his commitment to matters of marriage and also to matters of life. He's just very serious. Yeah.
We are on Decoded today because we want to share our experience.
Of course, we have had challenges, and one of the main challenge right now is to balance, how to hit a balance that is of life, that is social life, family life, work, and ministry. How we can be able to hit a balance without neglecting either of them.
Just as my wife says, is that our biggest challenge has been how to hit a balance between social life, ministry, family, and also career. And that is what we have really been trusting that we will be able to overcome.
It's not easy being a pastor's wife. Let's find out Lucy's experience. So when you're getting to know your man, when you're getting to know Kimani, at what point did you find out he is called to be a pastor?
Okay, but I got to know that he's called into ministry few months after we got into our relationship.
Yes.
That was back in 2015. Yeah.
So after you got into the relationship, that's when you find out.
I found out that he's called into ministry.
When you're growing up, were you like, oh God, I want to marry a pastor?
No, that was not my dream.
That was not your dream, eh?
No.
Yeah. So how's it been being a pastor's wife?
Okay, I can say it has been tough, especially to adapt into the changes, because, okay, I knew he can preach, of which I also preach, but I never thought I would come to a point of time to start a church. That is something that I never thought in my life.
And starting a church has a lot of demands.
It has a lot of demand. There is so much that is required of him. Yeah, it is so demanding.
When you say so much required of him, what exactly do you mean?
Like much of his time, especially now that it is his own ministry, much of his time, his prayer time, he requires a lot of to invest in prayer, finances,
yes.
Being that it is a private ministry, a lot of finances has to be diverted there. Yeah, he has to be committed into it.
So what are these demands that you feel people are putting on pastors or your husband that may be challenging to your marriage?
Okay, sometimes we have to accommodate some people even in our own personal life, because their needs also sometimes come to be our needs also. Because, for example, if someone's child is sick, you don't only require to give that person your prayers, but also your finances might also be required, because we are also trying to do ministry in a diverse way.
Sometimes people use pastors where they know a pastor can easily release some money.
Yeah. There is that, of course, being a man of God, especially for him, he has a big heart. So he can give everything that he has in the name of ministry. Yeah. So sometimes he's taken advantage of.
He's taken advantage of. And then what do you say when that happens?
Okay, sometimes you get hurt as a human being, because as much as we are pastors, we are also human. Sometimes I get hurt. Sometimes I get to a point of even telling him, I think this was not the right thing to be done. I think this was not how we should have handled it. I think maybe you give some more money than I thought. Yeah, sometimes get to that point.
You mentioned about him being taken advantage of. What kind of a specific example can you give?
I can give one example of a man who had a family issue. They didn't have food to eat. And he called the pastor. He said he actually slept hungry. So we have a small shamba where he had to go to the shamba, harvest the maize, and take to him, which at some point I felt this is not the right thing to do, because we also have family ourselves. We have a mother. He has a mother and a father. So I felt we have gone too far to this particular person. I think we could have, as much as it's not only prayers that are required, but I think you have gone too far even to help this person. Because actually we came to know later on that this person was actually lying. He just took advantage of the pastor because he knew there is some, actually he was expecting money, only that the pastor took maize because he had said he had slept hungry.
So he got offended?
He got offended, yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Okay, I felt hurt because I felt that we are going too much with this ministry. If we had 3-4 people like that in the ministry, then I think it can really drain us. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten to a place where you trying to give advice to your husband, and then he doesn't take the advice seriously, or like, you don't know, you're not a pastor?
Okay, I don't think we have gotten to that point, because for him he's very listening, and he really values my advice and my input, especially in ministry, as much as I am not a pastor, but he values what I tell him. So sometimes even if you not take action immediately, he'll just come at some point of time and tell me, what you told me I think was right, and I think I did wrong. Actually, at that particular time, he apologized and said, I think I could have listened to you because I think I did the wrong thing. So he's very listening. Yeah.
You have a young child.
Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes the whole ministry thing also plays a role in being a distance between being parents and also somebody in ministry?
It's true. We sometimes feel at the distance, especially of the father. When sometimes when she was 6 months old, he had gone for 21 days of prayer and fasting. And when he was coming back, the daughter could not remember him at all. Actually, she tried to take her, and she resisted because she cannot remember her. But now things have tried to improve. Nowadays, when she goes for prayer and fasting, he has to make sure he comes back in the weekends.
Has there ever been a point in time that the ministry has brought in a distance when it comes to being a parent to the child?
Yeah, there has been some cases where maybe especially of the father, where once he takes off and he goes for prayer and fasting, and once he's coming back, the daughter cannot be able to remember him. But now things have changed, because once he goes now for the prayer and fasting, he tries to come back on the weekends so that he can at least have time with us.
How long does the prayer and fasting happen?
Mostly he goes for 21 days. Yeah.
Okay. You sometimes wonder, why can prayer and fasting happen in the house?
I try to understand, having been that I'm also born again.
Yes.
Now in the house, of course, we distract him. There are a lot of distractions. We are cooking. Sometimes we are cooking chapatis and he's not eating. So it is so tempting in the house. So we understand him going in the prayer center to pray from there.
Okay. You also work.
Yeah, I also work.
Has there been a pressure when it comes to also your time and being a wife and a parent?
Yeah, there comes a time where you are so pressurized. You are so busy during the day. You get home when you're so tired, so you don't even get time with your child. You don't get time with your husband. You just go and sleep. So I can say it is specializing everything, especially work.
Do you feel people understand the life of a pastor?
Some do, some do not. Some do not understand the case that we are also human, and some are able to understand. Yeah.
What are those things that you feel like are human, like that people just don't get?
One of the things that people don't get is that I am human, and for example, the same way that a normal human being can get angry, I can also get angry. Then same way that a normal human being can get offended, I can also get offended by something.
And lastly, is there pressure to playing a certain role as a pastor's wife? You're held at a certain higher standard than other wives.
Yeah, there is that pressure. There is that perspective of people that once you're a pastor's wife, there is a lot of responsibilities that are bestowed on you. For example, now family matters now. All the women in the church thinks that you can handle their cases in their marriages better than anyone else. So there is that, as much as I am very young, especially in my marriage, I'm only 3 years, there are others who come even with 20 years in their marriage, and they think that you are able to sort them out. And you realize that in marriage, experience is so much required. So you just try to sort things out.
Has there ever been a time whereby there was a disconnect between the father and the child because of the ministry?
Yeah, there has been a disconnect, especially I gave an example of 6 months. When she was 6 months, that is our daughter. When the father came back from prayer and fasting, the daughter could not remember him at all. So what we did at that particular time, he had now, once he goes for prayer and fasting, he has to come back during the weekend so that he can have time with the daughter. Of course, it was hurting for as a mother to see the child cannot remember her father, but now I just had to understand things.
Okay. What about the disconnect between you as a couple? Because you could be existing legally married, but you feel like,
Sometimes I feel so lonely, especially I live in a very big house. So I'm just me and my house help. And you know, of course, you cannot talk things with the house help. So sometimes I feel so alone. I work from home. So you can imagine I'm just there in the house all the day long. And even at night, I'm alone. So I feel so lonely sometimes. But now I just have to understand things. He has just to serve the ministry.
Do you tell him that sometimes, but how do you call him? Honey, baby, sweetheart, pastor?
I call him darling.
You call him darling?
Yeah.
So do you tell him sometimes like, darling, I feel lonely?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I do not. Yeah. I get the confidence sometimes to tell him that I feel so alone, but sometimes I just keep quiet.
How does he react?
Okay, sometimes you feel like I'm not understanding him, but of course sometimes he'll understand. But mostly are the times that you feel like you are not understanding that I am in the ministry. So.
Have there been instances where even you was working so hard and then you get the family money, then the family money goes towards some other need outside for somebody else, yet you have needs for the family?
Yeah, sometimes it happens, especially for his money. Once he comes in, it goes to the ministry. So it remains with what I have. I just have to cater the needs of the family. And sometimes it becomes so straining.
It's been very straining.
Yeah.
Does that affect communication between you two?
Yeah, sometimes it affects communication. Sometimes you find we are not in so good terms. But what I love about him is that he's so quick to notice his mistake and he apologizes and we just sort things out.
Okay. Do you also apologize?
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yeah, I must. Once I realize that I have done a mistake, then I have to.
Yeah. You also sometimes feel like you don't understand.
You don't understand where I'm going through. Yeah, as a human being, you get to that point where you feel this person is not understanding that. All that I am getting is just going to the family and you don't have anything left for yourself as a woman. Of course, I'm a lady. Is that you feel I need to have something for my mother, I have to something for my brother and such a thing.
Do you sometimes feel like it would have been easier had you not married a pastor?
No. I never got to that point because I feel he's the best man for me. I think love conquers all things. So even if he has that responsibility, at least I was able to blend in because he understands me and I understand him.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Thank you so much for allowing us to have this conversation with you and for giving us space into your personal life. It has been a pleasure speaking with you. Kim is a man of the cloth. As expected, he's supposed to be there for the flock. What about his marriage? What's the name of the church that you pastor?
I pastor a church called God's Village.
So here you are, you're doing God's work.
Yes.
How do you think like the friction between doing God's work and marriage, how does it play? What's the challenge?
It's quite challenging, particularly being new in the ministry.
New, eh?
And here is you have a new marriage. You have a young marriage, you have a young family.
Yes.
And you have not even been acquainted with the marriage itself.
Yeah.
And now here comes another family.
Yes.
That is the ministry.
Yes.
Now you have to hit a balance between time management, managing time for the sake of the family and for the sake of the ministry. That has been quite a challenge.
That has been quite a challenge.
Yes.
Do you sometimes feel you're not there enough as a husband or as a father? Do you sometimes feel like that?
To be sincere, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What kind of instances?
In particular, when you are, particularly when you are pastoring a church, and you have these people and they have issues. They keep on calling you.
So they call you?
Even late hours of the night.
How late?
It can run even to 11
11 p.m.
Yeah.
at night.
Yes.
And you're a family man.
Yes.
What does your wife say when that happens?
No, at the beginning, she couldn't understand.
Yes.
But then she started coping with it. And now myself on my side, I had now to come up with strategies on how to manage this.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So they call you sometimes even at 11 p.m. at night?
Yes, for
because
sure.
over serious matter, or sometimes also it can be just over something very small that they themselves can handle?
Majorly it's because of serious matters. But there are some other times whereby you find there are some characters in the ministry who will even call you without even having an agenda.
Yes.
You just want to have a conversation with your pastor. They just want to share.
You just want to share?
Yes.
Even at the odd hour of the night?
Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
and do you
for sure.
sometimes stand them down?
Yeah, some calls you just have to and see, particularly when you have received somebody's call for quite some days, and you know maybe it's going to be lengthy conversations, and these lengthy conversations, they don't have an agenda. Sometimes you have to turn down, but because you want to maintain that character of a pastor, then you have to call them back in the morning, and
So
get to hear what they wanted to tell you.
Okay,
Because it's not good to assume.
Okay. Has anyone ever complained, Pastor, you're not there for me?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
They do.
Yes.
They do complain.
Yes.
And what do you tell them?
Sometimes I just have to make them understand but that being a pastor, you are a man of many people, and you have to be having some other things that you are taking care of. Yeah.
What about your wife? Has she ever sometimes felt like you're not spending so much time with me?
Yes, particularly when you are laying the foundation of the marriage. You come to realize that you need to be going out so much for prayers to the prayer center. You are praying, you are fasting, and then you have to leave them.
Yes.
And then they feel this going out has become too much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
You also need time for us.
Yes.
Yes.
Has it ever become like a debate, like an argument, like why are you spending so much time outside there and not at home? I can imagine you also have a young child, right?
Yes.
Yes. How young?
She's turning 1 year this coming week.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So has it ever brought in an argument or a conversation that did not go so well?
An argument, no, but a conversation, yes. You find these people are not quite happy with me, and I have to rectify.
Yes.
Yes.
I do sometimes feel like my wife, you just don't understand. I've been called by God.
Yeah, to be sincere, yes.
Sometimes you feel like that.
Yes. You feel like hey, they are not understanding the burden that is upon my shoulders, and you have to take time to make them understand. Yes.
What if, have you ever felt like a fear that what if you do so well over there in ministry, but then you end up losing your family?
That is the greatest fear.
That is the greatest fear.
It is the greatest fear. That I might neglect my marriage at the expense of the ministry. Yes.
And since you're a man of God, how do you think God is going to look at you when that happens, if that happens?
I think my reward would be very small.
Very small?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What about finances? Because I know, you're raising, you have a very young ministry and a very young family.
Yes.
Both of them require money.
Yes.
What about finances? Has that been a challenge?
Yeah, there has been quite a strain between the marriage and the ministry in matters to do with finance.
Yes.
Because you also find that I am not in formal employment.
Yes.
My wife isn't.
Okay.
She's an entrepreneur.
Okay.
But you find the income is not that big.
Yes.
And now you have to, sometimes there are pressing needs in the ministry. You have to take family money and finance the ministry.
Yes.
Yes. And sometimes you have to take ministry money and finance
the family.
Now, hitting the balance and also disciplining yourself has been quite an issue. Yes.
Some people, do they complain that, Pastor, I told you that I have this need, you never supported it, they're expecting you as pastor to always have that money, to always have that handout ready?
Yes, that is a fact, because you come to realize when you are a pastor, you have many friends.
Yes.
And these friends have occasions, they have needs that sometimes are pressing, and they are counting on you to support them. And now, here is the family, here is the ministry, and the finances are not too much. then you have to do away with the supporting the friend.
Yes.
And sometimes it is not easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has somebody decided, I'm going to leave your church because you did not support me, Pastor?
We have not yet come to that particular point. And I pray God.
You
it
pray
will.
God does. Okay,
Yes.
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Pastor Kimani, for having this conversation with us and allowing us into your personal space in your marriage. Kim and Lucy have separately shared their experiences. Let's bring them together and see what we can learn from their love story. I am now going to have a conversation with Mr. and Mrs. Kimani so that we can decode the issue that they have raised in their marriage. Mr. and Mrs. Kimani,
yes, sir.
You two look so good together. Wearing all red and all. It's good to see you. Good to see you both.
Great.
So I've listened to the both of you, and I want to first of all appreciate what it is that you're doing for people, for lives, for the lives of people outside there. Being a pastor, I can imagine, is not easy, right?
Yes.
Do you feel appreciated by your wife?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. And being a pastor's wife also has its own challenges. Do you sometimes feel appreciated by your husband?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let me do an experiment over here. So I'm going to light up these candles, the scented candles, and I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with them. So there you go. So I've lit one, and I'm going to tell you what to do with it. The next one. This is marriage. We're here to decode the issues in your marriage. So I will give you one, and I will give you the other. So just hold on. That is the light. Pastor, I believe there's a verse that normally pastors preach that we are the light of the world.
Yeah.
So that is you, the light
Yes.
of the world.
Yes.
So that signifies the light of the world that actually you're doing out there in society. And this represents the light of your family, the flame in your family. Pastor, you mentioned something very important when I was speaking with you.
Yes.
You said that one of the greatest things that you fear is that your light outside there shines so brightly, but then this one goes.
Yes.
So I'll request you, Lucy, if you can just blow the candle and switch off that flame. So imagine, that's your marriage.
Uh-huh.
Imagine that you have a thriving ministry, but then lose your marriage. Yes. Unfortunately, that is the reality for some, and actually quite a number of pastors. That they focus so much on blessing people, they forgot their home.
Yes.
Because outside there, when you're dealing with your congregation, a lot of people, they just want to take. They don't know how much it is that you go through. Yes. So it is for you to have some boundaries. It's for you to have some boundaries. I want to say this. Being a pastor is doing God's work, but also is being an entrepreneur is also doing God's work.
Yes.
All of these are God's work in one way or another.
Yeah,
and
sure.
the nature of any single work, it has to have boundaries. So for example, when it comes to the issue of people calling at night, you can have a rule whereby once it gets to a certain point, you don't receive phone calls, but even if you do receive a phone call and you want to attend to it, you can just say, kindly text. So now the person will say what they want to say, then you're the one who's determined this is an emergency or not. Because you did say some people just call, they just want to talk.
Yes.
You know, so once you hear that phone ring, and you don't want you spending time with family, you can just send a message, kindly text, let them write to you. And I'm saying this because also as a counselor, it happens to me. People sometimes call in the middle of the night, and you have to have that discipline. But when you say kindly text, then they're going to be able to now say something about that. Now, kindly give me your flames. This is out. Don't let this be your marriage. Don't let your marriage die because of ministry.
Sure.
Let me have this. Because ministry begins at home. Ministry begins at home. Because if the home is not well, then even for you, it's going to be a struggle serving. I can imagine if you're not in good conversation with your wife and you're trying to preach a powerful sermon, it is very difficult, I can imagine.
Sure.
Has it ever happened where things are not okay with her and then you go over there, you're trying to bring in the powerful sermon?
Oh, it's quite very difficult.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did that make you feel when you're in front of her there?
It makes you feel that you would have made things right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. And how does it feel when sometimes you sit you sit at the seat and then you're watching him preach and you're like, what about our marriage? I feel lonely. You're there enriching other people's marriages, but then you feel lonely on your own. How does that feel?
Because you feel so bad. You know there's something you need to improve on.
There's something you need to improve on. She mentioned something very profound, that there are instances where she's given you advice and then when you haven't listened, you say sorry.
Yes.
You say sorry. How does it feel when he apologizes?
Of course, you feel good. You feel this person honors me.
Are there instances where you feel like she doesn't understand you or she doesn't understand the nature of being a pastor?
Yeah, for an instance, but later on, she just comes back on course and she understands.
And she understands.
Yeah.
Yes. Since you mentioned about being a pastor,
Yes.
there's a verse in the Bible, I believe is in the book of Acts, whereby the apostles said no. They
Yes.
were asked to fulfill a responsibility, and then they were like, no, we're not going to do that. Find other people amongst yourselves to do that.
Sure.
Remember that. I think you're a pastor, I'm not.
Yeah, Acts chapter 7.
Acts chapter?
7.
Chapter 7.
Yes.
So we need to remember also that sometimes no is a godly answer.
Yeah, true.
No is a godly answer. Because many of the times we feel like, if I say no, I'm hurting other people. But the
Yes.
apostles taught us that actually no is a godly answer. You've been conned before, Pastor, have you?
Yes, I have.
What happened? How did that make you feel?
It made me feel very bad, actually, because once I came to realize, I had good intentions to help somebody that is in need. But then you come to realize that after you have extended a hand and you have helped, that person was not genuinely in need. So you come to realize that you have been conned. Yeah. And it makes you feel very bad. I felt very bad.
Very bad.
Yes.
Was there an instance where your wife warned you against helping that person and then you went ahead and did it and got banned?
Yeah, in very many instances. Maybe at that particular time, maybe I used to assume that she doesn't maybe understand or really feel the need of this particular person. But then when it happened like that, that is when I came to realize there is something she had foresaw.
Yeah, because that's one thing that we need to decode.
Yes.
Because sometimes your spouse will see things that you don't see.
Sure.
It is important to listen to their advice and to their counsel.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it could have saved you a whole lot of finances, emotional strain, if only you listened. Isn't
Correct.
it true, Lucy? Yeah, yeah. And so you need to learn to listen to that particular advice.
Sure.
And you mentioned about also feeling that you might actually end up losing your marriage
Yes.
if you don't watch out.
Yes.
How do you think it will feel for you, Lucy, if your marriage ended because of ministry?
Yeah, I don't know whether you can be able to understand or figure it out. I can't even imagine.
You can't even imagine. Because one of the things that he actually mentioned and needed to be decoded was for understanding that, you know what, this is actually ministry, and sometimes it is the work of God that he is doing. Do you sometimes feel like God cannot contradict himself? Like he wants you to go out there and also at the same time break your marriage?
I don't think God is like that.
You don't think God is like that? You don't think God is like that?
No.
So what do you expect from him in terms of upholding the marriage together?
I think he has what it takes to do a good ministry and sustain a good marriage.
Yes, yes. What kind of improvements would you hope for him to do?
It's a balance, how to hit a balance. How can he be able to balance time for ministry, to know that this is the time for ministry and this is the time for the family.
Okay, wonderful. She also mentioned that one of the things that also needed to be decoded is that time is also an issue on her side, working. So it's not just for you.
Yes.
Do you sometimes feel like, I don't have time to spend with my wife? She calls you darling. How do you call her?
Yeah, darling.
Has it ever occurred to you where you feel like, also her, she's too busy for you?
Yeah, there are some instances I have felt like that. For example, there was a time she was in formal employment. And we had to come up with a decision. We had to arrive to a decision that now she has to quit working so that we can have more time together and also more time to serve God together. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And when it comes to the issue of finances, she mentioned that those instances whereby you work so hard and then the money that you get tends also to go now towards ministry.
Sure.
How long will that pumping in of money continue?
I suppose it shouldn't continue because what I have come to realize is that both the family and the ministry should be distinct. In as much as marriage is part of the ministry, but they should be distinct. As just we are saying that we need to establish boundaries, whereby we know that this is the finances for the ministry, this is the finances meant for the family, and not intertwining between the two. Yes.
It is true. It is true. When it comes to the matters of balance, I need to tell you this. You've started a young ministry.
Sure.
It's about to get busier. It's about to get busier. So, and we need to learn about balancing early enough.
Absolutely.
Early enough. And the first priority is supposed to be family. And because that is your first ministry. And then now you also now go to the secondary, which is now people that actually you bless. And I also need to remind you that sometimes people will keep on wanting from you until you tell them, I cannot give a lot. I can only give this much. So you have to remember that you have to grow this ministry, but even as you grow this ministry, remember to grow your family. So now your family first will be a blessing to others, then you become a blessing in terms of your ministry. So please remember this. It is a work in progress. You're going to grow at this. Remember to say no. Learn to say no when you have to. Learn to know how far you can actually go. Learn to have boundaries. But above all, learn to make time together. And even when you make time together, some people are going to still want to steal some time from your family. But you have to be able to be like, you know what? I'm a pastor, yes, but right now, I'm a husband. Mr. Kimani, right now you're not a pastor. Right now you are a husband.
For sure.
Yeah, you're darling. You're
Yes.
darling right now. So look at the eyes of your wife. You called her beautiful. Your words. Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
What do you want to appreciate her for? What do you want to say I am sorry for? And what are you committing to?
Darling, I want to appreciate you so much because of the support that you've accorded to me for the time that we have been together ever since we started dating, came into marriage. You have been there for me. I love your beauty. I love the way you take care of yourself, the way you take care of the family, the way you take care of the ministry. I really do appreciate that. And I pray that that grace is going to continue. Yes, and I also pledge that I will be there for you. Even when the weight of the ministry becomes heavier and heavier, I'll always create time for you. Let the whole world know that. Yes, I pledge.
Wow, that is amazing. Viewers who said pastors are on a mistari. Yeah, pastors got lines. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. What about you, Lucy? Looking into the eyes of your darling, what do you want to appreciate him for? What do you want to say I'm sorry for? And what are you committing to?
Darling, what I can say as of now is that I'm committing myself to remain submissive to you and to continue to help you and even to stand with you even in your course duty as you do ministry. I know that God will help me to continue standing with you. Thank you for being committed in our marriage. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for providing for us. Thank you for being always be there for us. We really appreciate me and my daughter. I know my daughter is also very committed in this. So what I can commit myself is that I will remain and I will continue to stand with you. And I know God will help me in that. I apologize for the time I have been unable to understand you, especially in your time of ministry. And I commit myself to change, to understand you well, and even better.
Thank you so much. Sure. Thank you so much. And on behalf of every single life that you two have touched as a couple and individually, God bless you. Thank you so much for what you're doing in the lives of many. And may God bless your marriage and God bless your daughter.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amen. We also appreciate for this particular time that you've given us, even to share our journey and our experience, and also to decode the challenges, because these are also the challenges that I believe in escalated situations, they are in many people's marriages.
It is true.
And thank you for that.
It is true.
Yes.
The God that you serve does not desire marriages to break.
Sure.
Marriages need to stand.
Sure.
God bless you.
Thank you.
I tell you, love is beautiful. Love is incredibly beautiful, but challenges are there. But look at this amazing couple choosing to work things out. Did you hear what Lucy said? That she chose her husband any given day, even with the whole pastoral ministry. So please, let us remember how beautiful love is. And for those challenges you go through, you can still work around. I am Dean Masinde. Thank you for watching Decoded.
us in any possible way.
The government says it will continue to negotiate with the US with the aim of getting to a new trade deal. In the meantime, it is preparing a list of support measures for local industry. Several industries will be affected, some more than others, with an estimated 100,000 job losses.
We're going to start feeling it immediately. Already there's some of our customers that have found stock macadamias elsewhere, which we were targeting and hoping that we're going to still supply them this year. But they've already found other sources elsewhere where they don't have these huge tariffs. The US has historically been a third of our customer base, so we need to go and find alternative customers. What's sad is this customer base was built up over 20 or 30 years, and that's all gone to pieces now. The reality is they still want to buy from us, but 30% tariffs is just unaffordable for them to buy at those sort of levels.
The government is now looking at what it can do to help these local industries.
The South African government is working with industry to consider aspects of the framework deal that can be modified in a manner that promotes predictability in trade. Implement an economic response package which includes the establishment of an export support desk, which will serve as a direct point of contact for companies affected by the US tariff hikes.
This will include measures for diversification. Discussions with new markets are already underway.
China made an announcement at FOCAC this year that in fact we will reduce to 0% for all African countries but one. And we took the opportunity to engage with the Chinese to say, what does this mean? How to actually implement it? And this is a few weeks ago. They said, well, you need to sign an agreement. So there's a China-Africa Economic Partnership Agreement. You either sign the China-Africa Economic Partnership Agreement or some form of free trade agreement so that you are able to unlock this.
I do feel we need to be more targeted in our approach. We've got to be empirical, and empirical means that we've got to have the best business intelligence and resource and research at our fingertips. And I don't feel we've done that successfully as a country. So business can work with government and alongside government in identifying both the correct set of data and how we apply that data and how we use business intelligence to become a lot more precise and targeted in the opportunities.
The EU's deforestation regulation comes into effect from December. It's designed to ensure that products placed on the EU market contribute to the fight against global deforestation and forest degradation. That means that the products need to be traceable right from the beginning of their journey. Among the products this applies to is cocoa. So for Cameroon, this is very important as 3/4 of its cocoa exports go to the bloc. Cocoa farmers in the West African country were initially skeptical about signing up to the initiative, which would have led to tighter regulations. But many think it might work out for all.
I was approached about the traceability of cocoa plots and I registered, but we cocoa farmers have a concern, which is that sometimes we make these registrations and it doesn't do us any good at all. I think that this time we are lucky and that it could lead to something and maybe we could all gain something from it.
Emmanuel hopes that his cocoa, which will be certified this time, will enable him to earn more income.
I got registered by issuing my national identity card and we measured the plots with GPS in all the plantations. They assured me that everything would be better in the future and that it would be a win-win situation for everyone.
The Interprofessional Council for Cocoa and Coffee is behind the campaign to geolocate cocoa production plots across Cameroon. To date, nearly 150,000 plots have been geolocated.
There are no penalties for producers who refuse to register. The penalty is economic and commercial. It will be difficult for them to sell at the same price because the buyers will now make sure that the producer they are buying from has the plantation geolocated. If you don't have this, it will be difficult for them and they will buy a little at random thinking, I don't know where I'm going to export this cocoa. Obviously, they won't be able to export it easily to the European Union.
According to the ministry, Cameroon wants to produce high-quality cocoa without cheating, which is why the measure has been put in place. In the long term, the country will be able to determine its production volume and the amount of cocoa exported to the EU and the rest of the world.
The Ministry of Trade, together with the partners in this sector, has been working effectively to establish a traceability system. For the moment, this is a traceability ecosystem that integrates a range of stakeholders. This traceability already allows us to control the cocoa resources and establishes a certain degree of transparency in the marketing operations.
Cameroon officials said 24,800 cocoa farmers have been registered, covering more than 28,000 cocoa plots that have been geolocated and mapped.
In Mali, faced with multiple challenges, around 20 photographers offer different perspectives such as fond memories, beauty, and resilience. Through this unique exhibition, which is part of Bamako City Tour, fragments of life, ancestral traditions, and often forgotten landscapes find their place once again in the national narrative. The images, captured across all corners of the country, portray an authentic Mali, one marked by hardship, yet deeply rooted in African and distinctly Malian cultural values. According to Ousmane Makaveli, despite security constraints, artists have a responsibility to bring hope and offer a constructive perspective on the realities of conflicts.
The aim of the photo exhibition is to show people that there are talented young photographers in Mali and that they are present in every region of the country. The idea is for the public to know these young artists and also to showcase Mali's artistic and touristic potential to present the country through the eyes of these young photographers. It's also important for its culture and tradition that are important and values that must be promoted.
From Kolikoro to San, from Jenne to Mopti, the photographers tell the story of Mali through their lenses. Each one, in their own way, captures evidence of artistic resistance in the face of the country's hardships.
I am part of the collective of photographers who exhibited at the Bamako Museum. I covered several regions, notably the Kolikoro region, during the Anya Festival, as well as the Mopti and San regions where we traveled. In Mopti, I captured the plastering ceremony of the Jen Mosque, and in San, the San Kemo Festival.
The exhibition attracted a diverse audience. Some said they rediscovered a different side of their country, while others said it reflected their own experiences.
The images are truly beautiful. Each one tells a story. Sometimes we see the Mali we already know, but in many of the photos we discover a different vision of the country, and that's inspiring. It's wonderful to witness the talent of Malian photographers. When you live in the city, you don't have the same perspective at all.
In the context of tensions, these artists choose to resist through images, through their work. They said they are building a collective visual memory. And it's not just an act of creation, but one of courage.
Measures for local industry. Several industries will be affected, some more than others, with an estimated 100,000 job losses.
We're going to start feeling it immediately. Already there's some of our customers that have found stock macadamias elsewhere, which we were targeting and hoping that we're going to still supply them this year. But they've already found other sources elsewhere where they don't have these huge tariffs. The US has historically been a third of our customer base, so we need to go and find alternative customers. What's sad is, this customer base was built up over 20 or 30 years, and that's all gone to pieces now. The reality is they still want to buy from us, but 30% tariffs is just unaffordable for them to buy at those sort of levels.
The government is now looking at what it can do to help these local industries.
Improve on this in any possible way.
The government says it will continue to negotiate with the US with the aim.
The South African government is working with industry to consider aspects of the framework deal that can be modified in a manner that promotes predictability in trade. Implement an economic response package which includes the establishment of an export support desk, which will serve as a direct point of contact for companies affected by the US tariff hikes.
Getting to a new trade deal. In the meantime, it is preparing a list of support.
China made an announcement at FOCAC this year that in fact we will reduce to 0% for all African countries but one. And we took the opportunity to engage with the Chinese to say, what does this mean? How to actually implement it? And this is a few weeks ago. They said, well, you need to sign an agreement. So there's a China-Africa Economic Partnership Agreement. You either sign the China-Africa Economic Partnership Agreement or some form of free trade agreement so that you are able to unlock this.
This will include measures for diversification. Discussions with new markets are already underway.
I do feel we need to be more targeted in our approach. We've got to be empirical, and empirical means that we've got to have the best business intelligence and resource and research at our fingertips. And I don't feel we've done that successfully as a country. So business can work with government and alongside government in identifying both the correct set of data and how we apply that data and how we use business intelligence to become a lot more precise and targeted in the opportunities.
Government says it will publish a list of response and industry support measures in the coming days. Sumitra Nadu, CGTN, Johannesburg.